How do you impress a classy lady?
Money.
I don't think anyone on this show is even remotely qualified to answer that question, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a stab at it.
Okay.
First of all, wear underwear.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't know. My husband never wears them.
Okay, again, I said impressing a classy lady.
Oh.
All right? And second,
Okay.
I'm going to go with give her some sort of shrimp tower.
Oh, I was going to say all-you-can-eat buffet was also top of my list.
Dude,
So
and
All-you-can-eat buffet?
shrimp towers are classy.
Are they?
so good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The fact that Brooke likes them make me feel like I'm doing it wrong.
Tower of any food, I'm in.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, well, maybe we should just ask the guy who emailed in for help today. His name is Sean. Hey, Sean, tell me about the classy lady that you had to impress. What's her name?
Her name is Kat with a K.
Oh, very classy.
Oh,
Not
classy
just like an
with a K.
animal.
We're getting sidetracked by
Fish.
towers
Okay.
and
I mean,
shrimp.
Fish, yeah.
Sean, where did you meet Kat with a K?
We met online.
Okay, so what did you like about her?
She was very cute based on her pictures, and she seemed really nice. So I talked to her on the phone, and her laugh was amazing.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, and we clicked really well, and I asked her out on a date.
Okay, and so
Oh, nice.
All right.
I mean, Jeff keeps calling her classy. Does that come from you?
That's what he said in his email.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So were you nervous going into this date? Because it sounds like you were really excited.
To be honest, I was a little bit nervous. I got the impression that she did come from like money or something, and
Oh.
I'm like a working class guy, so I wanted to maybe class it up. I don't really know what I'm doing, but
Well, that's like every Lifetime movie out there. So this sounds like it's meant to be.
It's harder in
Is
real
it-
life,
yeah,
though,
but,
dude.
And those movies are usually the other way around. It's usually the guy's really rich and she's like a bumbling idiot.
Oh, okay.
Not in Titanic.
So what did you go with, Sean? How did you impress Kat?
so I got a limo.
Whoa!
Hey, now that's classy.
You bought a limo or you rented a limo?
Oh,
No,
dude.
we went on a limo date. I don't know. It's like a service where you sit inside a limo for like 2 hours and just drive around the city drinking.
Oh, the
my
whole
God,
date was in
that's
a limo?
Shut up!
That is classy.
Yeah.
It
Dude, I
is.
like it.
Did you talk with a British accent?
Why? Where did you
Brooke,
British?
know.
why do
I
you
just-
ruin all the classiness?
I know.
Brooke's like, did y'all use utensils? That's
Sean,
classy.
Sean, how did it go? What did Kat think of the limo?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think she liked it. It was kind of hard to tell, I guess, but
She was making you drive and put the divider up so you couldn't tell?
Yeah, how is it hard to tell? I mean, if a dude showed up to pick me up in a limo, I'd be like, what?
For
I'd
the
be,
first
Yeah.
date?
I'd be freaking out.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was a pretty good move. I mean, at least at the start.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'd hook up with you.
Did
Already. She
did,
sees the limo, pants come off.
did you think it was a bad move at some point when you
Yeah.
say it like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, 2.5 hours in a limo is kind of a long time. I mean, the first hour was pretty great, but then,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe she got bored or something. You kind of run out of things to do.
I mean, you can only
I
hang
can
out
see
on
that.
the roof
Car.
so many times.
It's like
to
when you
get
start a
somewhere.
road trip and you're like really high and you got your mixtape in.
You're
and
high
then,
on road trips?
No, like excited.
No,
Right.
I think you meant what you
You're
said.
singing along and then,
Eventually,
The
you're
actual
like, turn
roads-
the radio down.
road
Yeah.
sets in.
So I just want to understand, in the entire 2.5 hours, you never got out of the limo. Like, how did it go? What'd you guys do in there?
Well, I was like, hey, tell me, where you like to get a milkshake. And so we go get a milkshake.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I was like, where do you like to get French fries? So we go get French fries. And so, we ended up accumulating all this food.
Oh, that's kind
Oh.
of cute, too,
Interesting.
though. In a limo.
Again, cute for 45 minutes.
How much
Maybe
fast
not
food can you
cute
eat in
for-
2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours.
Does a limo even fit through the drive-thru?
Oh.
I've never thought of that.
So what was like the highlight of the evening? Like the best moment when you think back to your fast food limo ride?
Well, I guess it was, when went out onto the roof of the limo, we stuck our heads out and we were just looking at the city and we were
Fun.
eating nuggets.
Oh,
Eating
no.
nuggets.
That's pretty baller, dude.
Yeah.
Actually,
This
yeah.
Nuggets out
could
of
be.
the-
This is Alexis's
I
knight in
know.
shining
You're
armor.
speaking my language.
Yeah.
I think we all would sign up for that.
Yeah.
date.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
really
dude.
cute.
But how did your date in the limo end?
I ended good. We kissed.
Oh, you did.
Hey,
Nice.
okay.
Like
Oh.
one kiss, or were you making out in the back seat?
It was like a, half make out kind of thing. Nothing serious.
Okay.
A
I would,
half make, and I'm picturing just the bottom lip.
No.
Both bottom lips touching.
Yeah.
have you ever
Sounds
kissed
hard.
someone? Okay.
That's how the rich people do it.
Yeah, it wasn't like a long makeout, and it wasn't really short. It was like kind of like in the middle, like you're at a wedding or you're getting married.
Okay.
Very specific.
Well, that is very specific.
No,
Good,
okay.
nice kiss.
I mean, but a description like that and the end of an evening like that, I'm guessing you thought there was going to be another date.
I assumed there would be, yes.
Because it sounds like things went great. I mean, despite maybe it went a little long.
yeah.
Well, since then, have you guys spoke? Have there been any conversations since?
Yeah, not on the phone, but we have been texting.
Okay.
I asked her out, and she said, "Oh yeah, I have to schedule it." And then, didn't hear from her. And then I was like, "Well, how's your scheduling going?" And nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You haven't heard anything since.
Yeah, I mean, she said still scheduling, and so I don't know. I think she's blowing me off.
Yeah,
I think you're
she
right.
It's a
is.
classy way to blow you off,
Yeah,
too.
but those classy ladies, they're always really busy. And hopefully we can find her at a not busy time because we're going to play a song, we'll call her, and we're going to try and get you a second date, okay, Sean?
She could be in another limo right now.
If she's in another limo right now, I think that would be very weird.
Well, she's classy. Who knows?
We're going to find out. Let's play a song. We'll do it right after. Sean, I want you to know we're going to do our best to get you another shot with Kat. But
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out, there are 4 people in this room who are willing to date you right now.
Really?
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Because if you missed it, Sean wanted to impress Kat for their first hangout and decided to take her for a limo ride, visiting all their favorite fast food spots.
It's
That is
really
so
cute.
cool. The more I think about it,
I
I
know.
want to do this.
It's really creative. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And they spent 2 hours driving around looking at views, eating nuggets, and I don't get this girl. Because if I were her, Sean, you and I would be in a limo right now.
Oh.
And we would not be vertical.
Hey, what
What?
the?
You hear me?
I hear you, man.
It's a weird way to
Is it a compliment?
Be cuddling, laying down
It's
together.
more than a compliment.
All right, he'd be your Big Mac, is what you're saying? Like,
yeah.
You definitely
I'm
need...
up for anything
You'd be
when it's a limo and fast food.
I thought for sure you were going to choose to be the special sauce, but whatever.
All right, Sean, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, Sean.
We're not funny.
I was getting into it. Sorry.
We're just stoked on your date, man.
We are.
Yeah.
And I feel like if she, I don't know, for whatever reason, possibly like looked down on the fact that you went to fast food, you don't want to date that girl.
Yeah,
She's not
come
any
on.
fun.
She's not down to earth.
So hopefully
Right.
there's a different reason.
There's no way she could say that now because she was totally into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said she helped pick some of those places. You were asking her what she liked, right?
That's right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that can't be
All
it.
right.
Okay, well, let's get to the bottom of it. I'm going to dial Kat's number, and we're going to see what she says. You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go, man.
Hello.
Hi, is this Kat?
Yes, this is Kat. May I ask who's speaking?
My name's Jeff. Work on a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Okay.
The reason I'm calling is because we do a segment on our show called A Second Date. And that's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show to help you figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So,
So that's what we're doing.
yeah, it's fun.
All right.
It means you went out with somebody recently who had a great time with you. And his name is Sean.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is that a good wow?
Ooh.
That sounds like a
Okay.
good
I'm
wow,
hearing a lot of
right?
laughter on your end. That sounds good.
I don't know about Sean.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Are you just
psycho
happy to be on the
laughter.
radio?
That phrase doesn't match your reaction.
She's
Yeah.
like, no, I hated it.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously Sean has been trying to get a hold of you, and it's been a little bit touch and go, according to him.
What did he tell you about the date?
The date sounded awesome from what he told us.
Yeah,
We're
he
jealous.
said he rented a limo, and you guys drove around the city checking out the sights, got a bunch of fast food from your favorite spots.
Like you did fries in one place, milkshake in another.
He even mentioned a kiss at the very end.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, I'm trying to read your emotions
know.
here, Kat, and it just sounds very positive.
I'm sorry. It was really fun at the start of it,
Okay.
but like after that first hour or so, like being in the limo, like it smelled like there was fast food wrappers and
That's
half-eaten food, and it's just,
yeah. I mean, he did say that he thought that maybe it went on a little bit too long, But that wouldn't be a reason to like not call somebody back.
And you have to rent a limo. Like, if you rent it for 2 hours, you got to stay, get your money's worth.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, the windows are down a lot because it smelled, and
They don't have controls over the windows in the back there?
well, we had them down because it smelled, and I mean, I was just worried maybe it was like body functions. I don't know. It was a weird
Oh.
smell.
All the different fast food
It
was
was a
like
lot
More
of
than just the smell of
smells.
the food.
Yeah, it wasn't the most romantic scene after an hour.
Got it.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
grosser than what
I
I
mean, but didn't you like him? I mean, okay, yeah, the smell kind of ruined the romantic vibe, but like
yeah.
him as a person, like the first hour you guys had a great time and you still ended up
Yeah.
having a like really sweet kiss at the end of the night, he said.
Yeah, because we got a really good vibe from his personality just talking with him a little bit. How did you feel?
Yeah, he did kiss me, and that was fine. It was not exactly the best kiss I've ever had, but it was nice.
Okay.
Okay.
But then he brought out a backpack with like bedding in it.
What?
Huh?
What do you
Bedding.
mean?
To his credit, he did say, it's just an option if we wanted to stay.
No, what was the option? I don't
Yeah.
understand what the option
What's
was.
the bedding
limo?
for?
I don't know. I'm assuming maybe spend a night in the limo.
Do they allow that?
What?
Or do they
In
just
a
park it and you
smelly
hope,
limo.
you hope nobody notices? It's not an
Ew.
RV.
Amongst the French fry packets and
That
the,
is disgusting.
the
All right.
burger wrappers.
I know you guys are
What?
laughing, but that still sounds fun. A limo fortnight? Like, that
Because it
sounds
sounds
really
like your
fun.
apartment, Jose.
Yeah, totally.
covered in
At least
fast
you can
food
crack a
wrappers.
window and they have AC.
Okay. But you said no to that.
Huh.
Yeah, I declined because it was the first time we went out.
Okay.
And then when I declined, he said that he had edibles we could take.
This is sounding more like my apartment.
Are you sure you were not with Jose?
I don't think it was Jose. I'm pretty sure it was Sean, but
All right. So he offered to let you sleep with him inside the limo overnight and then wanted you to partake in some recreational activities.
yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you guys are talking to him, so I guess he could tell him that thank you, like I had a great time, but I just want to be friends.
Yeah. We could tell him that. Or if you wanted to, Kat, you could tell him yourself.
She kind of did.
Because I need to let you know Sean's actually on the other line listening.
Oh God. Okay.
I think it's okay. He
No, it's
needs to
fine.
hear this, Cat.
Yeah, and he may be out of it, so who knows?
Sean, you there?
Wake up, Sean.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm
No.
loving it.
What?
Are
Sean?
you? Did you hear what she was saying, Sean?
Oh, man. That's a little bit embarrassing, I gotta be honest.
What?
So that's true?
Were
Oh my
you doing
gosh.
like the Dutch oven thing in the limo, Sean?
Yeah, it was more of like a hot apple pie, but yeah.
Okay. We don't need this imagery,
Ew,
but
ew, ew.
It's kind of a
Sean.
funny response, though. I like that you're leaning
it's
in.
not.
I do. I like that you're leaning
No.
into
Sean,
it.
you need to talk to Kat and tell her, like, what were you thinking? What was going on in your head when you were doing all this?
I don't know. I guess I was nervous, and I get a nervous stomach.
So you can understand that, Cat, a little bit, can't you?
I could barely understand what he was saying. I feel like he's had a few edibles before he got on. with it.
Seriously.
He's just embarrassed, Cat. I mean, that's an embarrassing thing. He didn't mean for it to backfire. He liked you a lot.
I mean, Sean, can you kind of explain the whole bedding thing? Like, did you want us to spend the night going?
No, it was just like an option. Like I could have bought the limo for the rest of the night and just wanted to have that, like, if you wanted to. I don't know. He's trying to show you a good time.
But maybe, Sean, you invite her back to your place.
Yeah, where it doesn't cost $800 to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. Are you
Drop the bong.
yeah.
Sean, what is happening right now?
I dropped my soda.
Stop with the fast food,
Okay,
Sean.
Oh.
Oh, you're a
Look.
mess. Tell Kat how much you like her.
Kat, I like you a lot, and I would spend more money on you with a limo or whatever you want. I promise.
It's not about the money. I don't know. I had fun. I did, and I enjoyed hanging out with you. But I just at the end, it just got really weird with the bedding and the edibles. And then when I
Okay.
said I didn't want an edible, you had offered me a joint, and I just don't really do that
Well-
kind of stuff.
If you don't love me at my nuggets, then you don't deserve me at my caviar.
Oh, that was deep. I get it. I get it.
I saw that on a poster once.
There's probably a reason why we went to the Taco Bell drive-thru 3 times.
That is the spot.
Okay.
Good sign.
It is
Yeah.
fourth
Right.
meal.
A lot of this is making more sense, but I do need to ask, Kat, would you be willing to go out on another date with Sean?
It doesn't have to be fast food.
No limo, no limos, no substances.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Well, if
We can't
Sean
promise
couldn't do
that.
it, I don't know.
We won't provide.
Come on. Come on.
He's like asking us for.
I'm leaning towards no, just because I just don't do that kind of stuff, and I don't think that's a good fit. And I'm sorry.
Hey, it's cool. You don't have to do it. You could just watch me do it.
Oh.
That
What a
sounds
proposal.
Does that sound interesting, Kat?
No.
Sorry.
Well, Sean, looks like we're not going to be able to get you another date, but there's no denying that you're obviously a good host.
That's right.
You're just not a
Oops.
good dater.
What did you spill now in the background?
Jesus,
My
bro.
God.
Another soda.
Are you going on a date with someone and they blow you off? Email us. We'll call them to find out why. Megan is on the phone right now. She emailed us about a dude named Martin. Hi, Megan.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Tell us about your date with Martin.
Well, Martin and I met through some mutual friends, so,
Okay.
I kind of trusted them.
Mhm.
And he was really nice. He let me pick the place, and so I wanted to do something kind of fun and different, and I picked the crab pot. You know?
Yeah. I love that place.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar, they bring your food and they dump it out on the table and you just get to like crack the shells open and eat it and just throw it all over the place. It's very nice. It's
Very,
caveman-esque.
cool. Yeah.
very manly.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be a big old mess later, and neither one of you has to care. So
Yep.
I thought,
And you get to wear a bib, which is sweet.
exactly.
All right.
Nice accessory.
So did you guys have fun?
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. And just kind of giggly and flirty, and from what I thought, interested in each other.
Okay, so how did the date end?
He was just kind of like, I had so much fun tonight, and I said, I did too. Maybe we should do this again.
Uh-huh.
And then, I did send him a text a few days later because I hadn't heard from the guy.
All right.
That's
And what did
okay.
your text say? Was it just normal, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I just want to say, hey, hope your week is off to a great start.
That's not
That's
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard anything back from him?
No.
And you guys didn't share like a last kiss or anything when you left?
Yeah, he gave me a kiss on the cheek, which is always nice, and I think, that's cordial and like a gentleman.
Well, and it's a good indication that he wasn't totally grossed out by you.
I hope I didn't repulse him, but maybe I did. I mean,
Can you think of anything awkward that happened on your date at all?
not really. We were just having so much fun and smacking all the crab legs, and stuff was flying everywhere.
It's always a good date when you're smacking crab legs. All right, Megan. We're going to call him right after this and ask him why he hasn't called you back, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on. All right, Megan's on the phone with us right now. She emailed us about a dude named Martin. They went out to the Crab Pot. Again, if you're unaware what restaurant it is, that's where they pour like the crab and everything on your table, and it's pretty messy. Megan, you haven't heard from Martin in how long?
It's been over a week.
Over a
Okay.
week. Okay.
And you've only texted him once.
Exactly. Just once, I promise.
Are you ready to call him and ask him why he hasn't gotten back to you?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to dial him right now. You can jump in on the phone call whenever you want to, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, is this Martin?
Yeah.
How are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. You got a second?
Are you calling me about the phrase that pays?
No, Martin, we are not calling you about the $1,000 phrase that pays. I'm sorry.
Oh, because moving 92.5 plays all the hits.
Yes. Yes, we do. I'm sorry, though. That's not going to win you $1,000, Martin. We're calling about a second date update. Somebody that went on a date with you emailed us to call you and ask you why you haven't called him back.
Oh, no.
Kind of a bummer, isn't it?
That somebody would be Megan, a girl that took you to a place called the Crab Pot.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Okay. Since your date, you haven't gotten back to her, and she's texted you once. Is there a particular reason why you haven't called her back?
I don't feel like I should say all this stuff on the radio. You know what I mean?
Think about it this way, though. She emailed us to get an answer from you. So if it's something weird about her, she's kind of asking for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird. It's like we went on one date. Like we don't have to have like a whole breakup conversation
But
from
Martin,
one date. You know what I mean?
The first thing you did was start laughing when you heard her name.
And you went on one date, but she really liked you and wanted to go out again. So, I mean, you can at least tell her why you don't want to see her again if you don't want to see her.
You might be helping her out for the future.
All right, if she's like calling into the radio station because she wants to know this, then all right.
Okay, so why didn't you call her back?
So we go to the Crab Shack place, right?
Yep.
There's like newspaper all over the place. There's these like mallets you like hit the crabs with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you like it? Did you have fun?
Not really my thing, honestly. Not really my thing. I like knives and forks and tables and things like that.
Okay.
But that's not the reason I didn't call her back.
So what's the reason?
I mean, she's a cute girl, nice little body, cute face, very feminine, but she's got man hands.
What?
They look like they should be like I don't know, catching footballs or something like that. And she's sitting across the table from me, and she's got she's like tearing into these crabs. Like,
Thanks
I
for
don't
the
know, like she's a Wolverine or something.
Martin.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for the visual. Secondly, Megan is on the phone right now and just heard that.
You think I have man hands? Were you drunk? I do not have man hands. Are you kidding me?
Listen, they
Oh my gosh. You really didn't have the nerve to call me?
Megan, what do you want me to do? Call you and say I don't want a second date because you have man hands?
No,
I mean, that's silly.
Be nice.
Like between
Be
that and
respectful.
the Crab Shack thing,
All right, so you just didn't have a good time on the date. You didn't really want to go to the crab pot, and you think she has man
Oh,
hands.
that's so mean, you guys.
Oh my, I don't even believe it.
So,
never in my life have I heard that, Martin. Thank you for making me feel just horrendous.
Megan,
Thank you.
don't get a complex about it if nobody else has brought it up before. He may just be picky dude. Are you a picky dude, Martin?
Maybe.
You don't really want to be with someone, Megan, that's not attracted to all of you. And clearly he sounds like kind of a D-bag.
I think so, and just rude and mean. And who would say that about somebody?
He's just using it as an excuse because Martin doesn't really want to be in a relationship.
You're right. This is my problem.
I can't believe that I went out with someone who was so incredibly shallow. Of all features, nitpick somebody's hands?
You have hands like a linebacker, Megan. I don't know what to tell you.
You have eyes like an insect.
There you go.
Hey, girl, Megan.
You guys sound like a good couple there.
Yeah.
Well, Megan, the bottom line is you found out now that you probably don't really sync up with him and you wouldn't have wanted to go on any more dates with him.
Actually, yeah, and I'm so glad that he got that out, whether it was on the radio or not. I don't want to go out with someone so shallow.
Okay.
I bet there's a lot of men that enjoy women with strong hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she didn't even have to use her mallet. She just clawed the crabs
Dude,
open the whole time.
You won't ever have to open a jar for her? Sorry, Megan. Leave her alone.
Either way, I just like how you guys are ripping on Martin for making fun of her hands, and then Brooke just starts piling on. Megan, I'm sorry about this. I think you have lovely hands.
I do too.
Thank you.
It's just
I just have my nails done, so I feel pretty now. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. So, Martin, you don't want to go out with Megan again. I'm sure Megan doesn't want to go out with you again, right? Both you guys have agreed on that?
No.
Correct.
Yeah. When it's not right, there's no sense in sorry, I was going to make another hands joke.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Danica is on the phone with us. Today she wants to do a second date update to a guy named Mike. Apparently they met online and went out, and she's very upset that she's not getting a call back. Danica, how are you?
I'm all right.
Oh,
Right.
honey.
Are you okay?
Well, I mean, I just feel like, I feel like I screwed up a little bit on this one. So, I don't want to cry. I feel really, I feel pretty emotional, and I just feel like it was my fault.
Oh, sweetheart. Calm down.
Are you nervous to be doing the second date update right now? Is that part of the reason that you're emotional, or are you this emotional about the date that you went on?
It's like everything. I mean, it's obviously, I'm not trying to call and be all emotional on the radio. I just, want to start. I just, sometimes I can't stop.
Yeah. Take a few breaths. We're here to help you out. All right?
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
So tell us about the date.
Well, that's the thing. I was supposed to meet him for dinner, and my dog Monkey, I had to walk her before I left, and she wouldn't go to the bathroom, she just wouldn't go. And I couldn't leave because she'll go in the house.
Yeah.
So I ended up being 5 minutes late.
5 minutes late?
That's not even bad.
It's not it shouldn't be a big deal to be 5 minutes late.
Did something happen to your dog?
No, my dog is she's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
I thought maybe you were upset because something happened to your dog.
I'm just thinking that, I should have been there, and I should have been on time, and I just, I think it shows, poor.
Okay, but you were.
I like to be tardy.
Yeah, but you were 5 minutes late, though, Danica. It's not the end of the world.
I just felt bad, though,
All right. Okay. Hey, Danica, 5 minutes is not really a big deal. 15, 20, 30 minutes late, that kind of gets annoying. 5 minutes late, trust me, I doubt he was really that upset about it.
Well, I mean, 5 minutes is fine, maybe fine for a normal date, but what if it's the one, or it's the one you think is your dream man?
Did you think this guy was your dream man?
I met him online, and he is everything that I want in a man.
Okay, wait, hold on. Had you
I'm
ever
telling
even...
you, I'm not like this. I'm not like this.
Okay, take a deep breath. Again, you're going to be okay, Danica. Did you talk to him for a long time before your guys' first date?
Well, I mean, obviously, we talked a couple times, but just his profile is everything.
All right.
Sorry to laugh.
Well, it's
Yeah,
a lot.
keep it down, Jose.
Sorry, dude.
It's okay. I mean, I know it's kind of funny to some people, but it's just kind of how I react.
Well, it's not necessarily laughing at you crying about the situation. It's more, it was 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
And for most people, they would not get that worked up. If that's how you express yourself, that's how you express yourself.
I guess so.
Did you end up, were you this visibly upset when you actually met him?
Well, I was, yeah. I mean, I was driving, and, of course, I was, getting emotional in the car, and I was mad at my dog, and, that's hard. And then I got to the restaurant, and, I realized I hadn't even combed my hair, and my mascara was everywhere. And so I was just trying to be, I tried to play it off.
So it was obvious that you had been crying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I used myself to the bathroom to, go, get it together,
Yeah.
And I came out, and I sort of just lost it again, I mean, I just he was so sweet, and I started telling him about Monkey, and it was...
What did he do when you started crying?
He's, looked really surprised. He's a sensitive person, so I'm sure he was upset for me, but he was, being strong.
So you guys continued the date after you were crying about your dog?
Yeah, I mean, once I told him what had happened with Monkey, and, it made me feel better. We had eaten, and then the date was sort of over anyway, so...
Okay. How did it end with him?
He gave me a hug, and a really super loving hug, and he just made me feel better, and I said, can I get a do-over? This isn't me, this isn't how I am, and I texted him, a bunch of times, not that many, but, enough that I probably thought I would hear back from him by now. So I don't understand why he wouldn't let me just have a do-over.
Danica?
Yeah, but Danica, if I went out on a date with you like that and you started bawling on the date, it would probably freak me out.
Yeah.
Either that or I would start crying too, and then we'd just be a mess, just the both of us at the table.
Well, I mean, sometimes I get emotional, and then that's just like who I am. But, you know,
I think that
I feel like, I mean, I don't love him, but I mean, I like this guy a lot.
Whoa. I'm worried about you, Danica,
Yeah.
because this is just the part where we find out what happened on the date, and you haven't even really been able to keep it together.
I'm totally getting it together now. Listen, yeah, I totally am all right now.
Okay. All right.
I don't know
Well, we'll play a song,
Oh.
Do we have to?
come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay,
I need you to be strong when we come back, okay?
I am. I'm totally gonna like wash my face and like get it together and
Okay.
regroup.
Okay, because if you cry twice to him, I guarantee that's going to scare him off.
I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna cry. Even if I get a little shaky, I'll hold the phone away from my mouth so that no one can hear.
If at any moment you just hang up the phone, I'll pretend like the connection dropped out. If you want to cry for a bit, and then I'll get you back on the phone after, okay?
Okay.
All right, just hang on.
I can do this. I can do this.
Okay, hold on. You know, normally during a second date update, it's the second part of the phone call when we get the couple on the phone together and they talk that tears come out. It's already happened a lot. And I'm actually hesitant to do today's second date update because I don't know if Danica, who is on the phone with us right now, can handle it. Danica, are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm keeping it. I'm going to try and keep it together, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you definitely need to. If you're just tuning in, Danica wants to call Mike. They met online, went out for a date. She was 5 minutes late for the date, but was very emotional about it. She was crying on the way to the date. When she got there, she tried to clean herself up. And then once she actually sat down with the guy, she lost it again and ended up crying during the date. And she isn't getting a call back. And I'm assuming, I don't know yet, but I'm guessing that's the reason why, Danica. It would be very weird for me to go out with a girl and have her cry on a first date.
I know. I mean, I know it seems weird, but that's why I'm going to apologize to him and tell him I'm a normal person, you know?
Can I make one suggestion? Because I'm a person, I cry at every emotion. If you start to get emotional, pinch yourself. That's my trick. Because it like helps you get out of your mindset of going down that path.
And then it hurts because you pinch yourself and you cry more because of the pain.
Ow!
Yeah. Oh, why'd you pinch me?
I'm willing to try anything, to be honest, and I will do it.
Do you feel strong right now? Do you feel like you could do it?
I do. Took some deep breaths, washed my face.
Okay. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get him on the phone, and get your second date update.
Okay.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mike, please?
This is Mike.
Mike, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, where are you calling from?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay. Did I win something?
No, you didn't. I'm calling you because we recently got an email from somebody who went out on a date with you.
Okay.
And she's been trying to get a second date, but you haven't been returning any of her phone calls or text messages. So she asked if I could get you on the phone and find out why.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Danica, and I'm gonna take a
God.
wild guess and say that you remember this date.
Oh.
Yes, I do. So she emailed you to call me.
Yeah, it's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date Update.
That's a little awkward, but okay.
What did you think of Danica, first off?
I mean, Danica is a really sweet individual. I mean, she has a really great heart. I would just say that she is a very highly emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've talked to her about your date, and it was obvious from our conversation that she's very emotional.
Oh, okay, right. So then you got a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a sensitive guy, and I'm a Pisces. I pick up on people's vibes, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but I mean, I've never experienced anything like that date ever in my life.
She told us about it and how she was 5 minutes late, and she was very upset about that, and she had been crying before. And
my God, I thought, she ran in the restaurant and had no idea what was going on. She had mascara down her face, and she was telling me about her dog named Monkey, and she literally like started crying hardcore at the table. And
Did you think like at first? Did you think like the dog died or something?
That's exactly what I thought. So I'm in shock, because of the way she's reacting to it, but then she was so honestly upset that it was making me upset, and I felt so bad for her, but I didn't know what to do. So she's freaking bawling, and I'm sitting here like she kind of got me teary-eyed, and and here we're like a mess sitting in the restaurant, like everybody's staring at us.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. Yeah, that would be awkward. Oh man, that would definitely be awkward.
Yeah, it was the most awkward experience I've ever had in my life, and I feel bad for her. I mean, she's got a great heart.
Yeah, it sounds like she's a very sensitive person. I don't know what I would do if I was in your shoes. I'm a sucker when girls cry. Why do you think I can't ever break up with girls? Because they always like to cry as soon as you say I don't want to be with you, and I'm like, all right, well, we'll stay. So I don't know what I would do if I was in your shoes.
Yeah, and like finally when we left, I mean, I was pretty much in like a really weird mood afterwards. I mean, when someone is like deeply, deeply emotional for like an hour, like I was kind of a wreck, quite frankly.
I would have felt emotionally spent after that too.
I mean, that's the right word to use. Totally spent.
Oh my god!
All because she was 5 minutes late to your date.
Because she was late, and because she couldn't get her dog to use the bathroom or something. Like that's the craziest part.
Mike, I have to tell you this right now. Danica is actually on the phone listening.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
Hi, Mike. I'm so first I just want to say, listening to you, the way that you just told our story was so sweet, and you're such a nice guy, and I don't know what to say.
Why are you crying now, Danica? You're gonna get me choked up here. Why are you crying?
Because I'm just trying to, I'm actually trying not to cry, and that's making me cry more.
Oh gosh, Danica.
Because I really care about you, and I really thought that, after all we talked about online, I just knew you're such a good person, and then I came, and then I ruined everything, and I totally a terrible. I just felt
no. Stop. You're not a terrible person. You didn't ruin anything. Okay, I am sorry that that I couldn't deal with the situation properly. I apologize.
But it's like we talked so many times, and was building up towards the date, and then I show up and I'm late, and that's so inconsiderate, and I felt so stupid. And
No. It's okay. You were late. I mean, it's that happens. It's not any reason.
Oh my gosh, honey.
No. Don't cry. Come on, Danica. Don't.
Trying not to. I swear. I just wanna say that, and I know you've been avoiding my calls and my texts, and I understand.
I have, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Come on now. I mean, look. I'm an emotional guy too. I mean, how are we supposed to function as a normal couple if I'm so sensitive and in tune to you, and you're connected to your heart, right? I mean, how are we supposed to balance that? We'd be a walking mess, just like a basket case of emotions running around the street.
Are you saying you're concerned, Mike, that her being so emotional and you being so emotional, all you guys are going to do is sit around and cry together?
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to sit around and cry, but I mean, I'm saying that I'm going to feed into her feelings, and I'm going to want to, nurture that. But I just feel like that's focused. That's kind of the energy is too focused on one thing. I don't want it to be a negative situation.
I don't think it's negative, though. I mean, I don't think it's negative. Like, I think that you were, like, such a good, like, you showed me, like, what a good guy you were. Like, just, you know, sit there and you were so sweet to me and so comforting and, like, that's exactly the kind of guy I need.
Hey, look, you are sweet, okay? And that's why I was there. It's just... How are we supposed to function if we can't even have a conversation without you crying, you know?
Mike, would you be interested in trying to have a conversation with no tears with Danica?
I mean, if that's possible.
I can see if it's possible and ask you if you'd like to go out with Danica again. I'll pay for a second date for you guys.
It's possible, I swear.
What do you think, Danica? Do you think we can go no tears this time?
I promise. Like, I am like, I'm all cried out, you know? Like, I did it.
We can be happy and we don't have to. And if I'm late or you're late, it's going to be okay?
Well, I'm not going to be late.
Oh, my gosh.
And here's the thing.
Fair enough.
Here's the thing that you don't even know is that when I'm happy, like, I'm so happy.
Don't display you have major mood swings. Don't do that. I go from super happy to tears
Danica.
in the matter of seconds. All right. Well, Mike, so you will go out with Danica again?
Let's give it another try.
All right.
That is
awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
It already is.
I can't believe it's happening, Danica. You may have found, you're right, your dream man, all right?
I told you, Brooke,
Yeah.
this is so awesome.
Don't screw it up, okay? No more tears.
No more tears. I'm totally going to keep it together.
Okay. Congratulations, Danica. You got your second date.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much, you guys.
You're welcome.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
Mike, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing back from you guys after you go out.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Today's second date update brought to you by Xanax.
It's not even a joke.
I'm always telling you guys where great places to meet women are. Another one that you may have not thought of, the art gallery.
You've met a woman at the art gallery.
Yes, I have.
Were they finger paintings at your house?
You hang out there, and then you impress them with your knowledge of art. Like, you walk up to them and you go, hey, that's a nice painting right there. It's almost as nice as the Mona Lisa, which was painted by Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know if you know that.
And it was
or the Statue of David. Sorry.
Isn't the Mona Lisa a beautiful painting? Okay, maybe I've never met a girl at an art gallery before, but Ethan sure has. Ethan, how are you?
Good, guys. What's going on?
Not much, man. Thanks for your email. Now, Ethan, you said you met this girl, Isabella, at an art gallery. Like, you just happened to see her there and went up and talked to her, or?
Yeah, she was just at the art gallery, and so was I, and she was just absolutely stunning. Just one of those where you stop and take a moment, and I decided to approach her, just get a closer view, and the way she was looking at the art, the look she had in her eyes, I wanted her to look at me the way she looked at the art.
Let me ask you this, Ethan.
Yeah.
You weren't admiring her like she was a piece of art, because right now it sounds pretty creepy. Like you're...
No, I was subtle about it. I'm a romantic at heart, and just seeing her, I was hit with something, and I wanted to go over and try to find a way to ease myself into the conversation. Maybe not the Mona Lisa line, Jubal, but...
Well, hey, next time you're at an art gallery and you see a fine woman, you feel free to use that. It works every time.
I'm going to steal it.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did you work? I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for really bad lines when you're meeting a girl at an art gallery. Did you try something like that, or did you just introduce yourself and say, hey, I think you're cool looking?
No, I walked up and I stood by the art for a little bit, so not to just jump in right away, trying to be as smooth as I can be at least. And I said, hey, what do you think of this piece? What do you see in the art? And her answer just, again, struck me. She said, it's not what you see when you look at the art, it's what you feel.
Oh.
Wow.
And what you should have said was, you really don't have an answer, do you? Because that's what I think she was telling you.
For me, it was an unbelievable answer.
Okay.
And we started to talk, and I asked her, hey, would you mind if we walked around together?
Nice.
So we walked around.
Mhm.
She was just so sophisticated. You could tell she was worldly. I mean, her voice was just so lyrical. There were a few times when we were standing in front of paintings, I would just close my eyes and just listen to her voice.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
creepy, dude.
Ethan, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. Everything that you're telling me makes it sound like you were kind of creepy with the way you've described yourself, staring at her and close. How long are we talking about closing your eyes and listening to her talk? Was it just a little personal, like a long blink, or you were sitting there just kind of sniffing the air,
7
taking
minutes.
in her voice?
No, it wasn't like a minute at a time or anything, but there was a few times I caught myself just being carried away in her voice. And I know in today's culture and everything, it's all about hooking up and everything like that, but, I was looking for that connection with her. It just was instantaneous.
Okay.
Tyler, I like the fact that you're romantic, but was she responding to it? Because it can be sort of off-putting, especially on a first date.
I get that, and, we had a great time. We were talking and chatting back and forth. There was an awkwardness, and even afterwards, I did tell her as she was getting up to walk out and we were saying goodbye, I said walking into the art gallery was the best decision of my life. And I know it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I get it. But when you meet a girl and it feels like it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, or at the very least once in very few years where you make a connection like that, I just felt like I wanted to be honest with her and pull out all the stops and let her know exactly what I was thinking and feeling at that moment.
Yeah.
Good for you. Don't be bitter like the rest of us.
No,
be romantic. Stay optimistic.
Like you said, when you see a nice girl and someone like that and you're feeling something, sometimes you got to pull it out.
Oh, come on.
That's not what he said.
That's what.
That's your...
I don't know.
No.
I did that, but who knows? It may have ended different if I did that.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the feeling there that we were done or anything, because I actually asked for her number, and I said, you wouldn't mind me giving you a call to see if we could do this again sometime? And she said, sure. And she gave me her number, and I've called her a few times, and there's just no response. And I want to find out what it is that's keeping her from giving me a call back.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Just hold on the line. Before we get into the second date update, I want to say this. I'm glad that Ethan emailed us because he met Isabella at an art gallery. It proves one thing. The man knows his art. And that's why he's a listener to this show.
He's scholared.
Oh, are we the Picasso of the radio world?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'd like to think of us that way.
Funny looking and messed up.
We
when
are the
you see it up
Picasso
close.
of the fart joke.
Okay.
Abstract fart jokes.
Yeah. All right, Ethan, are you about ready to call Isabella?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I hope I didn't screw things up.
Just to catch everybody up, Ethan met Isabella at an art gallery. They hit it off, spent the whole day walking around together looking at art, but he hasn't heard from her since. The way you've been talking about her this whole time, like you're infatuated with her, and you were just, maybe you came off a little too strong.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny it. But like I said, there was that moment, and I was caught in just being out on a ledge, and I decided to jump.
You're talking about at the end of meeting with her where you said, I'm really glad I walked into this art gallery today.
It's the best thing I've ever done.
I think I said this is one of the best decisions in my life in my
Okay.
defense, but I may have said this is the best.
All right. Well, we're going to give her a call right now, see if we can get her on the phone, and ask if she remembers your magical day.
Sounds great.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Isabella, please?
Yes, speaking.
How are you?
I'm good. Who is this?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
I'm sorry?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station moving 92.5. Have you heard of us by any chance?
Yeah, I have. What is this about?
This is about the fact that you recently went on a date with one of our listeners. His name is Ethan. You met him at an art gallery and spent the whole day with him. I take it from that little giggle you remember Ethan.
Yeah, of course, Ethan.
He emailed us because apparently he's been trying to call you to get a second date, but you won't respond to him. Did you not like him? Were you just busy?
No. Ethan, he's a really, really special guy. That was a great, I don't know if you want to call it a date, but
it was a great experience that I had with him.
Did you not want to see him again? Is there a reason that you're not calling him back? Because it sounds to me like you had a decent time.
We had a great time. It's not that, though. It's just, I think he's a little naive for me.
Naive?
What?
A little too naive, yes.
Is it because he's a nice dude?
No. I do appreciate nice guys. It wasn't because he was nice. It was just we were talking for a little bit, and then we went for a walk. I felt like he was so in awe of the whole thing that he believes more in, like, in love at first sight and, you know, like heated passion. And
Did you feel like you were out with, like, some kid who has a vision of love and
sort of
magic? Okay.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm sure it was genuine, but that love at first sight gimmick is exactly what it is, a gimmick. It's not real. It's not realistic. I've never seen any long-lasting relationships start with, I met this person and it was love at first sight.
I've met people like that, and I've been on dates with people who are like that, and the whole time you're thinking, like, is this even really you, or are you faking it right now?
I felt like we were kind of reliving some sort of fairy tale. I know it sounds so cheesy, but I just think he has this view of how it should be, and I don't agree with it. I hope he can make it into a reality. I hope there is a girl out there for him that can deliver that for him. I just know I'm not that girl.
Let me ask you, if you could tell anything to Ethan, if you could give him any advice on how to date, what would you say to him?
I would just say maybe take it down a notch and just show your real self.
Interesting. Now, I want you to actually say that to Ethan, because Ethan's on the other line with us and has been listening to what you just said.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hi, Isabella. How are you? Good to hear from you.
Oh, hi, Ethan. How are you?
I do believe in romance and fairy tales, but I'm not the guy that thinks it happens with everyone. And it's never happened with me like it happened with you. I mean, just listening to you talk, there's a reason why those stories and movies exist. And out of all the people I could have met that day, I met you, and we had an unbelievable connection.
All right, Isabella, I'm kind of getting what you're talking about now. Ethan, it sounds like you're reading a script from a movie.
It's genuine. I can't help. I'm smiling here, even though I heard that, you know, it didn't go the way she wanted to. I guess I could be more jaded and cynical, but
No.
Worst case scenario is about, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but at the very least, we owe it to ourselves to see where this goes.
I'm not trying to be cynical. I just feel like we can never live up to that first date, and I feel like I feel like I'm just gonna ruin any expectations you had.
Don't worry about
you know what
me.
I mean?
I would rather make an effort of it than wonder what could have been. I don't want to be 20 years from now. I'm still wondering about Isabella, who I had a magical day with, and what could have been
Is
if
that what
she
you're looking
didn't
for?
think this
A
was too
magical,
perfect.
like, relationship? Is that what you want? Because if that's what you want, it's not realistic, and I can't give that to you.
No, I'm not. I don't think we're going to get married in Vegas in a week from now. I just think when you have a connection with somebody that you want to explore it. I'm not looking for a perfect life with no fights or anything like that. But I will tell you, we seem to be real similar people, and just had a connection that I don't know that I've felt very often in my life.
It was very special, but
Isabella, a lot of relationships, I don't know how many you've been in, but they start off wonderful like that, and then they get to normal and everyday mundane stuff. So don't worry. If you go out with them a few more times, you'll probably get there. You'll get to the, romance is dead, it's kind of boring, I mean, you're going to get to that point eventually.
I don't want to ruin it for him. I think that's what he wants.
Don't worry about me. Just listen to him. Jubal makes sense. Don't worry about it ruining me for anything. It's just, let's go out and have some fun.
Yeah, you guys can.
We'll get very shortly.
It could be the best of both worlds. He can have his romance. You can have your hatred toward the whole thing. And you both can get along. Just give it one more shot. That's all Ethan wants. I will pay for a second date, Isabella, if you'll go out with Ethan one more time.
There it is.
All right, fine.
You'll
I'll
do it?
One more try. I'll do it.
Yes! It's a successful second date.
Yes!
I promise I'll make it as normal and as boring as I possibly can. Thank you, guys.
Isabella, I just want to challenge you when you go on your second date. just give love a little bit of a chance. You'll see that you and Ethan can go out for dinner
This is so ridiculous.
and bite into a lifetime of wonderful memories. Is that doing anything for you, Isabella?
No.
The email that we got into the show for a second date update today read less like a date and more like a scene from the movie The Hangover.
Oh.
It sounds like a wild date.
Whoa.
I won't tell you about it. I'll let Audrey tell you about it herself, who's on the phone for a second date update right now. What's up, Audrey? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
Are you
Not
currently
too bad.
caring for a baby that's not yours?
Yeah, are you stuck on a rooftop?
Is there a tiger involved?
No tigers were involved or harmed in the making of this date.
Okay.
Okay, but like your email sounds like you had a crazy night with this dude that you want to call. What's his name, by the way?
Ken,
Ken. All right. So before we get into the actual date, tell us how you met Ken.
we met online,
Okay.
so I didn't really know a whole lot about him. We just kind of gave it a shot. First date, just out at a bar, like a dive bar.
Okay, that sounds pretty mellow so far. Pretty typical.
Yeah, I mean, it started like a normal date, but I know how to take something and have a good time with it. I'm not like a typical girl.
All right.
Okay.
So tell us what happened.
So we went to this dive bar and we were drinking beers, playing arcade games. I'm a video game fan myself.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was fun. And then we were playing like the pull tabs.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. I love pull tabs.
And that is
And that-
actually, pull
yeah.
tabs are a great first date.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never thought about
And
it.
every once in a while you win money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's
not
something
bad.
to talk about, something to celebrate or commiserate with, depending on how it goes.
That does sound chill.
Yeah, so I actually won. I won $60.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, see?
See how cool I am?
Yeah.
So Ken made a joke that we should just turn it all into ones and go to the strip club. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I figured I'd call him on his bluff and see if that's something he really wanted to do.
Well, and you know, behind every joke is also truth. So
Right.
I'm guessing he was down.
He was down.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Yeah. I do feel like that this is a really romantic first date story. Like your pull tab money turned into stripper tips.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every great date has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a very, very well said.
So did you guys actually go to the strip club then?
We did. We had a ton of fun. We were doing shots, and I actually bought him a dance. I just thought it would be funny. And then we hooked up a little in the bathroom.
Oh, my God.
You-
I'm sorry. That is so gross. Like, just, I mean, dirty not is
Right.
in, like, I think you're dirty. I just think that the bathroom of a strip club is a disgusting place filled with germs.
Yeah, strip club bathrooms are never very nice.
No.
But, I mean, awesome first date. You guys played pull tabs, then
I'm
you took
still
the money,
into
went to a strip club, and then messed around in the strip club bathroom. Like, this dude had to have been loving life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
So did it come to an end, or did you guys stay the night with each other? Where'd you go after the strip club?
Well, yeah. So when we were hooking up in the bathroom, we got kicked out. The manager, yeah, he kicked us out.
That's awkward.
I do feel like it's kind of hypocritical of the strip club.
Yeah,
Like,
excuse me.
you
no
know-
sexualness around here.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what they do. I don't know. So, I mean, it was probably for the best because we'd had a lot of shots at that point. So we got in an Uber, and the Uber dropped me off first. And I thought about inviting him in, but I didn't end up doing it. I was like, you know what? I don't want to make it too easy for him. I want, him to be able to work to get.
I mean, we were just messing around in a strip club bathroom. I don't want this guy thinking that it's all going to be so easy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just can't believe you're worried about sending any signal.
I
like,
am a
it's
lady.
fine. Like, who cares at this point?
I think I maybe had I don't want to say sobered up because I definitely hadn't, but maybe I was just thinking a little more clearly when we got to my house and I was
Okay.
like, this is where I'm going to cut it.
Yeah,
okay.
totally.
So I'm guessing you guys did have a good night kiss.
Well, no, actually just the bathroom incident.
What?
Oh. You didn't even kiss goodnight?
No, I think he was expecting me to invite him inside and was waiting for it. So he didn't go in for the kiss because he just kind of assumed. And then I was like, well, have a great night. It's been fun.
So actually, Audrey, I think that's like a baller move. Like, this guy is totally expecting to go to your house and stay the night. And then you didn't do it.
Right.
You got him all riled
I
up,
mean,
though.
you're keeping him on his toes.
Yeah, that's what I think too. So, I mean, we were texting a little bit the next day. So I thought everything was cool. And then all of a sudden, just silent. Like, I haven't heard from him since.
Why do you think he stopped talking to you?
I don't know if he thinks I'm like a party girl and maybe he's trying to find someone more serious. But like
he doesn't really know me well enough to make that assumption yet.
Right.
If this was me, I think he's pouting. Like, what? We were kissing. You took me to a strip club. You got all this sexuality around me, and then you just say goodnight, and I'd be a baby, and I wouldn't call you either.
That's so weird.
That's just me.
Okay.
Well, if that's the case, then that's not cool. Because I was so cool to him the whole date. Like, what other girl is going to, throw down drinking beers, playing games, go to a strip club? Like, are you kidding?
Right.
Special.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he's not calling you back, and that's the only thing you can think of is maybe he just thinks you're too wild.
I mean, I'm a little taller than him. Aren't guys real self-conscious about that kind of thing?
Some are. Yeah.
I mean, did he mention that at all on your date?
No, but I mean, I've had guys not want to date me because of my height before.
Okay. All right. We'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right. Hang on. Don't go to a strip club or anything. Just wait a few minutes, okay?
No, I'm cool.
All right. All right, everybody. Welcome back to today's second date update. Oh, my God. Taking center stage right now is Audrey. She's working hard for you. No. After she gets off stage, Audrey is going to give out free lap dances in the bathroom for anybody willing to date her. Maybe play some pull tabs. Enjoy yourself. Give it up for Audrey one more time. Yeah. Hey, Audrey.
Hey.
Yeah. We're not exactly helping your party girl image, are we, Audrey?
No.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Audrey went out with a dude named Ken. They met online, and they went out to a bar. She actually won money on pull tabs and made a joke, hey, let's go to the strip club with it. And then they actually did that. They went to the strip club. They kind of hooked up a little bit in the bathroom before they were kicked out. And then they took an Uber together. It dropped her off at her house first. Now he's not calling her back. They did text a little bit. And the only reason that Audrey can think of is that maybe he thinks she's too wild or the fact that she's too tall.
I mean, did you think at some point that this guy could be boyfriend material?
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell on the first date, but I mean, I liked him. I definitely wanted to go out again.
It's especially hard to tell on the type of first date that you had if somebody's boyfriend material.
I was thinking maybe in the first half hour things were...
Before you got wasted?
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking, we really did have a lot in common. So
yeah. You guys both like strippers. You both like pull tabs. Both like playing video games. I mean, it sounds like a match made in heaven, really. It
sounds like love.
Yeah.
I know. Like, what guy says no to this?
Apparently only Ken right now.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number now, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Ken?
This is Ken.
Ken, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
You say this is a radio show?
Yeah, it's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal, got it.
Yeah.
Hi, Ken.
Hey.
Hey, why are you guys calling me?
Just checking in with people around town.
God, no, you're not.
I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Okay. How does this involve me?
Because you recently went on a date with somebody and then now you've kind of ghosted them.
Wow, okay. So I'm guessing this is about Audrey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Audrey emailed us and she told us about your date. Sounds like a great time, honestly.
Wait, Audrey told you about what happened? Like, what? Why would she do that?
Because she wanted to tell us what a great night she had.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, it was fun. I mean, she was cool. She's really cool.
Why is your voice going up so high? You sound, I don't know, nervous, anxious?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, we're talking about my personal love life on the radio, I guess. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. I can see that. Well, if you say, okay, so you said that she was cool and everything, then why don't you want to see her again?
No, I mean, like I said, she's pretty great. The date was almost perfect, but, it's just not quite perfect. Like, she's not quite my type.
What? Ken, you realize no one is ever perfect. Like, if that's your standard, that will always disappoint you.
Well, I disagree. I mean, look, she checks a lot of boxes. She's fun. She's kind of a wild night. I appreciate that. Like, check.
Double check?
Yeah, I mean, no.
Is it because she's taller than you? She said that she thinks one of the things you might have been...
I like tall girls. Girls my height are taller. I'm all in. Like, yeah, check.
Okay.
She likes all the stuff I like. She likes, video games. We like a little bit of dancing, a lot of music. We have all this stuff in
She likes
common.
strippers.
Yeah, she told you about that too? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, check that box.
Wow.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, she's honest. Check that box too. She's honest.
So what's the unchecked?
If I got to be honest with you, and I feel like I'm kind of compelled to be honest here, I mean, she got to love baseball.
What?
I mean, if I'm looking for somebody to like that's like legit gonna be, my partner, like my wife someday, like you got to check all the boxes. Like that's just how it's gonna be.
So you think that this girl is perfect, all except for she doesn't like baseball?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that's like a deal breaker with me, but it's a big part of my life. I mean, I got season tickets. I've been following since I was a kid.
Okay. So, but she checks like every single other box you have.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just not baseball.
Look, I'm missing my partner who likes baseball, and she was not it.
But here's the thing, Ken. Listen, the man I married loves basketball. Like his whole family, college basketball players. They live and breathe basketball. I can't stand it. And you know what? It's okay. He can have his own interests. I don't have to be into everything.
I got to be honest with you. I feel like he's settled.
What? Ken, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's healthy in a relationship to have different likes and different interests.
Hey, she can like her own things, but the language of love and a lifetime of partnership with me is going to be baseball. I mean, it's baseball. That's it.
Maybe you should date a baseball player. You ever thought of that?
Can I just...
I mean, that's a tough one, but I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep searching.
Can I ask, Ken, why do you think she hates baseball?
She just told me flat out she was not a fan. And I mean, again, I appreciate her honesty, but that just to me is like, whoa, that's a big letdown.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was frustrating. And here's the thing. She's not even that kind of girl who hates sports altogether or whatever. No, she just dislikes baseball.
It sounds like you sound so stern about this. There's no way to change your mind here, Ken.
Look, if she could just soften her own stance on it, maybe come with me to a few games, watch a few games together, just try it out.
Let's ask her then. You want to ask her if she would be into trying to give baseball a shot for you?
What do you mean? Like just like send an email to her?
No, I mean talk to her right now because Audrey is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
I'm here. I can hear everything you said.
Oh my God!
Baseball? Really?
Okay, this is...
I've been to baseball games. I've had people explain the sport to me.
Audrey.
I just think it's boring.
Oh my God.
sport.
Okay, this is a lot right now. This is a lot.
This is a lot. I know. I'm sorry to rock your world like that.
He doesn't know what to be more upset about.
You go to a radio show and talk about our date, and then you mention... you say baseball's boring. I mean, that's like sacrilege.
I mean,
that's piercing. That's like soul crushing. That's
soul crushing? It's a hobby of yours. You're allowed to have hobbies. I'm allowed to have hobbies.
Okay, first of all, not a hobby. Not at all. Not a hobby.
It's a hobby. Like, you don't play it professionally, so it's like not your job. It's not your career. It's a hobby. You watch other people play it.
Wait, no, hold on. Yes, I do play. I play in a rec league. I've been team captain of that team for 5 seasons.
Oh my God.
Team captain for 5 seasons.
I bet you are insufferable on the field.
Oh, come on. No. I play third base. That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody knows they're base players.
Hey, that's what I call the hot corner, right? That's the hot corner.
It is.
Oh my God.
Why are you wasting my time then if you have such a strict checklist that it has to me?
Audrey, why don't you just give it a chance? Why are you so against it?
Do you think this is the first time I've ever, tried to get into baseball? Like, you're the first guy who's ever brought this up. I've been to games. I've tried to learn it, and then I just didn't really want to because it's boring. I have been told all the rules and explained how it's played.
Do you realize how hurtful that is, Audrey? Like, it hurts. Hearing that word boring, it hurts me, to the core.
Wow.
Very painful.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you had to hear that.
But Ken, why? I mean, are you that desperate to have someone go to the games with you? Don't you have a buddy that you can take instead of a girlfriend?
But I want a partner. I want a life partner to experience his life passion with me. It's a passion. It's part of me.
Why couldn't you just say straight up, I won't date a girl who doesn't like baseball, and then you wouldn't have gotten my number in the first place?
Right.
I bent the rules for you on what a girl would typically do. You can't bend the rules, your very strict checklist for me, and I could be allowed to not check one of your boxes.
Good point.
This is bending my rules a bit. I've never been on the radio trying to explain my personal passion. I can't continue this conversation with this person. I can't do it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Before you go, Ken, would you like to go on a second date with Audrey? We'll pay for it. Then you guys can talk in person.
Audrey, listen, straight up, you are almost perfect. Almost if you would just like baseball. I'm serious.
No, I don't even want to go on another date with this guy.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean, if you want to go find your perfect girl who loves baseball like you do and checks all the other boxes, go ahead and keep looking, but you are going to be single for a very long time.
Would you say, Audrey, that he was going to strike out?
Oh, no.
I couldn't help it.
Hey, I will never be single because I have baseball.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Married to the game.
I'm glad that baseball can keep you warm at night, Ken. Sorry.
Oh, man.
That's right. If I swipe it, they will come.
If you swipe it, they will come? Like, what does that even mean? What?
Oh, my God. Seal the dreams. Are you kidding me?
This is the worst day ever for Ken.
Brooke and
I have no idea why the guy on the phone for the second date update today isn't getting a call back from the girl that he went out with, because he gave her something that no woman can resist on their first date. Pizza.
I do love pizza.
Steve took Alexis out for pizza, and apparently now Alexis isn't calling him back. Steve, how are you?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Not much, buddy. What's going on?
I'm all right, thanks.
You sound sad, Steve. Do you really think pizza did you in?
I don't know what did me in, but something did.
Okay, so your email that you sent us, that's pretty much all it said was like, hey, I met this girl for pizza, and now she's not calling me back. Why don't you give us a little bit of background on the girl? How'd you meet her, first of all?
We met on a dating app, and it kept swiping, and finally I got her picture, and I was like, oh my God, I got to take this girl out. She was so beautiful.
All right.
You swiped right.
Nice.
I swiped right, and then so I was like, there's this amazing pizza joint between the two of us. I'm like, why don't we go there? They have a pepperoni pie to die for. So I thought it was like, who doesn't like pizza? I mean, come on.
Okay, so you met her for pizza, and anything weird happened while you were on your date? Did everything go okay?
I think it went awesome. We had a great time. We talked about all kinds of stuff. She really sees UFOs like I do, and she's so into extraterrestrial stuff, and we just hit it off about that.
You say she likes UFOs like you do?
Yeah, man. I'm really into UFOs.
Okay. Did you just wake up, Steve?
No, I've been up for a minute. What's up? You just get up? I'm all right.
You sound like you're half asleep.
Or stoned.
No.
Yeah, that's true. Are you Steve? Are you stoned, Steve?
I don't know.
All right.
That's what aliens are going from.
That's why you're talking about UFOs and everything like that.
Okay.
Honestly, if you're really into UFOs and you talk about that a ton on your first date, a chick's probably going to think that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Unless she's really into it too, like he said.
Maybe.
If that's
But
her,
did you
deal.
harp on it the whole time? Did you say that you talked to UFOs? Anything like that?
Well, we talked a lot about it, but the pizza was really good, too.
Oh, so you talked about that? How did the date end?
The date ended okay. I was walking her out. I wanted to keep going, wanted to hang out a little more, maybe get her back to my place, but she couldn't do it, so I walked her to her car, and I never kissed on the first date, but I gave her a nice hug goodbye, and I told her I'd text her later and all that.
And I respect your rules, Steve, because we all have boundaries, but what's your reasoning for not kissing on the first date?
Make them wait.
Make him wait. Okay.
Ancient Chinese secret.
So why didn't you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I just think that she doesn't understand anything.
You think she doesn't understand anything?
I mean, why wouldn't she call me back? I mean, everything was great. Pizza was great. Conversation was great. It was like dating 101.
Okay, so everything seemed normal to you. How many times have you tried to get a hold of her? And has she even responded to any of your phone calls or text messages or anything?
I've tried 3 or 4 times, and she hasn't gotten back to me.
And you haven't heard anything at all? Not even I'm busy and I can't see you?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. Steve is on the phone with us, and he wants us to call a girl named Alexis today to see why she's not calling him back. Steve, I'm going to ask you before I even make this phone call, do you really want me to call her? Because it's kind of obvious why she's not calling you back.
Yeah.
It's not obvious to me, man.
Steve, you admitted to us that you're kind of stoned on the air with us right now. And you showed up to your date, I'm assuming probably stoned. And you talked about whatever. And if you showed up to the date stoned, I'm assuming that's probably why she's not calling you back.
Okay, man, but like, I was taught you never assume, right?
Maybe
All right.
she was stoned too. I mean, he said that she was also into UFOs.
Have you been on a lot of dates through Tinder before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and have they usually turned out good for you?
50-50. Most of these people are undateable.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's always them, not you. All right.
One.
Well,
Wow.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out if there's another reason why she's not calling you back. I could be wrong, dude. I mean, she could have not have minded that you showed up stoned.
All right.
It is legal.
Yeah, I mean, it's legal. You seem like a nice guy. So maybe it's something else.
I wouldn't have minded if she was stoned.
I know you wouldn't have.
No,
You would have enjoyed it, actually. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Alexis.
Yeah, this is Alexis.
Hey, Alexis, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
How's it going?
It's going good. Why are you guys calling me?
You sound like you actually know who we are.
I do know who you are. I know that when you call people, it's for like a weird, crazy reason. So
Yeah.
Alexis.
I'm calling you because somebody emailed us to do a second date update with you.
Oh boy. Okay.
His name is Steve.
Oh my God, that's an idiot's on the phone right now, right? And you're gonna like go, you're gonna have me tell you about it, and then you're gonna like, guess what? He's on the phone.
Yeah, all right.
So
So
you,
you do know how the second date updates work. And I noticed that you just called Steve an idiot. Steve is on the phone. Do you want to tell Steve why you think he's an idiot?
yeah, I mean, if he called your show and wanted to go through this on the radio, like, let's do this. Right?
Okay. Wow. All right, Steve. Say hi to Alexis.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah. What? Oh my God! How much did you smoke when you woke up?
Alexis, why are you so mean?
I'm not so mean. You seem look. Just on behalf of like girls, we know when we go on a Tinder date, we know that it could be like a train wreck. We know that. We know that. We go, oh, he's cute. You know, this might work. Pizza seemed like a good idea. I have no idea why. And then I realized you love pizza because you need pizza. You need pizza. You need chips. You need.
All right, so
Alexis, you're
so
fiery.
is the problem that Steve is a stoner and he showed up to your date? Hi.
I mean, he's super chill. Let's just say that. He's a super chill guy, and it's not, I mean, that's not all of it, but yeah, that's I mean.
Alexis, I don't understand what the problem is. We had such a good time. I'm not really sure what's going on, Alexis.
I don't think Steve knows what's going on right now at all.
I know. Are you even listening to yourself right now? You don't even know what's going on. Can you imagine going on a date with you?
Oh, my God, I would love to go on a date with him. So much fun.
Alexis, Steve painted it as you guys had a good time and that you were both into UFOs even.
You know what? I occasionally, like, I used to watch Battlestar Galactica. Do you remember that? That was, like, a good show, but that's about it. Like, I couldn't.
You seem like you were having fun.
I mean, at first I was kind of having fun. I didn't know if you were kidding. You're just so out of it. And I just, at a certain point, you just have to kind of, I mean, like, I'm on a date, I'm just going to go with it. The pizza was good. I mean, it was just sort of funny. Are you even there? Are you even awake right now?
Why are you so upset? Why are you so angry? I just wanted to hang with you and get to know you and look into your eyes, and you're coming at me with, like, spears.
we're not on the same planet. Really.
Do you think maybe he'd be attractive if he was sober?
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Look, he's cute. Like, I don't know if you guys like know what he looks like. He's like a good-looking guy, but he's so.
Yes, I am.
Well, at least he's confident. Alexis, I guess you know how the second date updates work because you've heard a lot of them, obviously. I would love to send you out on a second date with Steve. We will pay for it. I mean,
I kind of want Steve to go on a second date, and I kind of want to watch. See how that goes.
Okay, you just want to observe him.
Free entertainment.
I kind of do. I mean, I don't. It's pretty fascinating, actually.
You're actually considering doing this again?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not going on a date with him. I want him to go on a date with somebody else. I'll be like at the next table watching them eat.
She's just saying she wants to watch Steve go on a date with somebody else.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't go on a date with him. I mean, Steve, you're not a bad guy. You're just out of it.
Do I have any say in this at all?
I don't think you do, Steve.
No.
I'm sorry, man. You did not get your second date.
Alexis, I've never done this before, but I'm going to ask you myself. Will you go on a second date with me?
I've never done this before.
No, thank you.
Last chance. Let's do it. Come on.
This is like the 75th time I've said no. It's always going to be no.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Alexis.
Thank you guys for calling.
And thank you for listening.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we love
it.
you.
Yeah.
And Steve, I'm sorry, man. You did not get a second date, but hopefully you can get out there and keep trying, though. Don't give up.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right. See you later. I don't think Steve even knows he was on the radio right now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Lots of different responses on our text message board at 78592. People, I think, kind of missing the point a little bit about what happened in the second date update.
There's so many people that are just like,
I
love weed.
There are people that are really interested in the weed part of it. Steve wanted us to call this girl named Alexis. They went out for pizza. Basically, Steve on the phone with us was even high.
Yeah.
And he's a stoner, big time. Alexis didn't want to go out with him again because he showed up to the date stoned and was just kind of weird the whole time. Mm-hmm. And she, kind of let him have it and told him, hey, if you're going to go out on dates, maybe find somebody else who smokes as much weed as you or, don't go stoned. Yeah. But they went out for pizza. And the reason I say that we're getting different responses than I had imagined on our text message board, I figured most people would rip on this guy. There are a few people ripping on him. There are a few people ripping on her for being a little mean to him. But most people are texting in asking about the pizza place. I got like 5 texts right here. It says, I'll go on a date with him. I love pizza. Another one says, where is this pizza place? It sounds amazing. The pizza place sounded amazing because he was high.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, which proves that all of our listeners probably high.
Yeah, maybe you
why
have to
we're
be.
able to have them. Yeah.
Another text in at 78592 that says, you know how hard it is to get a good pizza in Seattle? What's the location? Are they open late?
Hey, it's the important things in life, Jubal. It's not love. It's pepperoni, dude.
Another one says, is there any way you guys could just put up the link to that pizza place on your website?
Could we just
I'd really appreciate it. We didn't even really break down that long how good the
but
pizza was. It was kind of a side note that they went out for pizza.
How do you guys feel about doing the entire show tomorrow around pizza?
Sure. People love pizza.
Clearly there's a need for it.
Yeah. We can break down pizza for a while. Want to do pizza on the 10s tomorrow?
Pizza on the 10.
We'll give out a slice of pizza on the 10s.
This one's from Pagliacci.
Yeah.
This one's from Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Domino's. I mean, there's tons of options. So
like the radio of Yelp.
I think we learned a lesson from the second date update. If you're going to go out on a date with a girl, probably don't show up stoned out of your mind. Unless you know that she's into that, and then it's cool. And we also learned, take her out for pizza. Because everybody loves pizza. If you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, brookeandjubal@moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back. Now it's time for your 60-second sleaze.
First, we got to start with a big congratulations. Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes had a baby girl yesterday.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah, and apparently they cried because they were so happy
way.
after she was born.
Oh, Ryan Gosling cries like when he gets up in the morning.
Yeah, he does. Just a single sexy tear rolls down his face.
I don't know if you've been following the beef between Rihanna and CBS Sports. Now, last Thursday, okay, when the Ravens played, they were supposed to have Rihanna perform Run This Town, okay? They dropped that and they said that they wanted a different tone. A lot of people got really mad at CBS saying, hey, you're punishing another domestic violence victim for something that happened to her by cutting her from a show just because of the domestic violence issues with Ray Rice, right? So they pulled the song, and Rihanna tweeted about it and didn't have very nice things to say at all. The most amazing part, she got every news anchor in the nation to read her tweet.
CBS, you pulled my song last week. Now you want to slide it back in this Thursday? No. F you.
Whoa!
So CBS has responded to that tweet by just not having her on for the rest of the season.
How awesome if they respond,
it's
no,
all over.
Rihanna,
F you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just getting a big fight with Rihanna. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Tagging Chris Brown in it. Like, you want to get in on this, Chris?
Oh, gosh. We have, this is really disturbing. Joan Rivers' doctor allegedly took a selfie with her while she was unconscious on the table. Moments before she went into cardiac arrest. He, of course, has since been let go, and we don't know for sure. No one has seen the selfie, okay? If you're that sick, it's not up on our website. But that is the rumor out there.
It makes me worried how often people are doing that.
I
We
guarantee
know
you a
about
lot.
it because she's famous,
Yeah.
but the rest of us...
This chick's about to die, but let me take a selfie. I'm a little out of control.
And you can see pictures, though, of Khloe Kardashian's new do. She got cornrows.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They're
Never a good
bad.
decision.
No.
Trying way too hard.
She looks like an 18-year-old that's on spring break in Mexico, is what she looks like.
Yeah.
You can see the pictures if you log on to moving925.com. And in even worse Kardashian news, Kylie Jenner now wants to be a singer and is determined to be the next Katy Perry.
Oh, no.
Taylor is on the phone for a second date today, and if Taylor can't score a date with the dude that she wants to call, I'm pretty sure that I will be scheduling a man date with him.
Whoa,
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You like him already that much?
Sounds like he and I have similar interests, that's all I'm saying, because they met at the salon. I don't know what sort of service he was getting, but I spend a lot of my time in salons, and been looking for a bro to do it with me.
Well,
So,
I will say your cuticles are top notch.
thank you very much. So, Taylor, you've got some competition if you don't get a second date, okay?
Okay.
She sounds scared.
All right, your email says that you met the dude at the salon. Was he working there?
No. He was also getting a pedicure. We both were.
Oh, now I want to meet him even more.
Now-
Even more.
Were you lucky enough to get a chair next to said man's chair?
Yes, we were sitting right next to each other.
Ooh, that's a lot of time to get to know somebody.
How did that happen? Did you guys did he show you something in his Us Weekly that he was checking out? Yeah. They always have Us
No,
Weeklies.
He was just sitting there. I found him attractive, so I initiated a conversation. I just told him, I don't see a lot of guys in here.
Oh, okay.
And he said that he pampers himself, and once a month he gets a pedicure.
Really?
Then he said, maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, so he threw it out there. He wanted you to know immediately that he was single.
Yes. So then we got a little flirty with each other. He said that he liked my feet, and then I told him I like his lips.
What? Wait.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you went for... By the way, that's the one place where I think it's okay when you're starting to flirt with someone to just be like, I like your feet. If you're getting a pedicure. In any other situation, it's creepy, for sure.
Yeah.
But you went straight to his lips. That's definitely going to tell him, hey, I'm down to kiss you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was.
Okay, I like
All
your
right.
style. So who asked who out?
He did. He invited me to his house for dinner.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay. That same night or...
That same night, that little did I know, I was the main course.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It got hot.
Now I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I don't know. That went fast.
See,
We moved
suddenly
too fast.
every dude that's out there real men don't get pedicures. Now they're all on the phone frantically trying to book an appointment.
I never understood that anyway. It's just your feet. Why wouldn't you want to have nice feet? Man or
Seriously.
women?
It seems weird to me.
And ladies love nice feet.
Yeah.
And dudes' feet are usually terrible. So even if your feet look halfway okay, they're like, wow, he takes care of himself. So anyway, back to the point. It sounds like you had a really nice date with him.
I definitely did. And the next morning, I said, do you want to go get some brunch? And he said he had a dentist appointment, which I'm not sure I believed.
Okay.
Why
Why
didn't
wouldn't
you
you believe
believe
him?
Just the tone of voice, I guess. And
Oh,
yeah.
like, yeah, no, I don't want brunch. I have dentist appointment.
Yeah, not that exaggerated, but yeah.
He like looked at a toothbrush, and that's the first thing that came to his head.
Yeah.
So how did you leave things then?
Well, we did both agree that we wanted another date, and I've been really busy recently, and I know he probably has too, but I've been trying to make time to see him, and he's not really calling me back. We have exchanged a couple texts. I just don't really feel like he's trying to, go on a second date. He's not putting in the effort that I am.
Was there anything that made you feel like this was more than just one wild, crazy night?
I mean, when we were talking and having conversations, it turned out that we had a lot in common. So, I mean, I definitely would like to pursue this and get a little deeper than, a one-night stand.
Right.
I shouldn't say deeper.
Yeah, I know. I was trying so hard not to make a joke. Thank you for addressing it for me. That helped.
You're welcome.
He has been texting you, though.
Yeah, we've exchanged some texts back and forth.
This one's strange to me because it's not like a big drunken night that just turned into a hookup.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys ever ate dinner, but I assume you had some sort of conversation other than just getting in.
Yeah, we ate a little.
Yeah. Like take 2 bites and you're like, you know what? Screw this. And then you throw everything off the table. You're like, get over here. At least that's what happened on your date in my mind. Okay. But any idea why he doesn't want to see you again?
I really don't know. I mean, I don't think there was a problem in the bedroom area. But I hope that he doesn't think that I'm too easy because I just slept with him, on the first night.
And if he does, I'm sorry, he slept with you too. He's just as easy as you are.
I know, but you know how there's different standards for women.
Yeah, but I hate that. It makes me angry.
Oh, why? Because they just assume that then you sleep with everyone the first time you meet them. And guys do that.
Exactly. And lots of dudes are down to sleep with it. Dude, I walk down the street. Every time I pass somebody, I'm like, yeah, probably sleep with them. So dudes are worse, but then they judge you if you do it. So hopefully that's not the case. But we'll find out what it is. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date, all right?
Okay, great.
Okay, hang on. You're just tuning in for today's second date. Taylor is on the phone, and Taylor met the dude she wants to call today while she was getting a pedicure. He was also getting a pedicure next to her, and everybody knows where pedicures lead. The bedroom. They ended up having a one-night stand.
No!
It sounds like they didn't even make it to the bedroom, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic story, Girl goes in for a pedicure, meets dude getting a pedicure, then they go back to his house, have all kinds of crazy fun all night, and then wake up in the morning, and he doesn't call her back. Just a classic story.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor, are you ready to call John and see why he won't agree to another date?
I am. I'm starting to get a little... I don't know. I'm not really sure about the whole situation and if I'm actually want to go on another date because I like him or if I'm just kind of like pissed at him at this point.
Well, is this your first one-night stand?
No.
So why do you think this one would be different than the others? I mean,
we were talking a lot and he's really fun. We had a lot in common. I mean, I think we could have something more than just a one-night stand.
Okay.
Like a 2-night stand.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe one night and another night again.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is John there?
Who's calling?
John, are you there?
Yeah, this is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you heard of that before?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what it is if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after your date, they'll email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you, Mr. Soft Toes.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you got great feet, man.
That's so creepy.
You got fabulous feet.
True, though.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just confused. Why are you talking about my feet?
Because they're smooth. And I like that about you. Because my feet are smooth as well. Because I get pedicures, too.
Oh.
And the girl that reached out to us, her name is Taylor, and you met her while you're getting a pedicure.
Oh, okay, man. That makes a lot more sense. I was kind of weirded out by you talking about my feet.
Yeah.
I like how it was only kind of, though. I mean, good on you.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
So Taylor reached out to you guys about me?
Yeah, she did. She sent us an email because she's confused. She's been trying to schedule another date with you after you guys went out, but it seems like you don't want to see her again.
I mean, that's... I mean, I don't know what she told you guys.
Well, it sounds like you just went back to her place and went right to the fun.
Actually, guys, we went back to my place after the salon.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
But still, you guys had fun.
We did. We did have a nice evening together.
Okay. She was a bit more graphic about it.
Yeah,
Told us
she
everything.
was.
Everything, John.
God, even her laugh was more graphic about it.
She told you guys everything that went on?
Everything, dude. Every single detail.
That's why Jubal wants to get a hold of you.
What is that? I mean, I'm not so comfortable with someone sharing all my intimate stuff on the radio. What did she tell you guys?
She just told us that you guys hooked up, but she says that it seems like you don't want to see her again. Is that true?
Okay. Wow, this is just getting stranger and stranger. After we hooked up, obviously I invited her to stay the evening at my place.
Right.
And she was like, oh, great, I'll go get my bag from the car. And I was like, cool. I don't know why she already pre-planned a bag. That's kind of strange. I mean, we literally just met. But, you know, I didn't question it. I just assumed maybe she had a change of clothes or like it was a gym bag or something.
Right. That's totally something that a lot of people have in their cars.
Right. That's what I thought. So anyway, she comes back into my place with this bag, and it's much larger than I expected. You know, again, I thought it was like a duffel bag or a backpack. You know, she comes in with what almost looks like a rolly suitcase type duffle bag. Like she's getting ready to go on like tour or like you know travel the hills of Europe or something. Anyway, she opens this bag and she takes out this mask.
Mask? Like
a mask.
It sounded like you said meth for a second. I was like, whoa.
No.
Mask.
That would almost have been a more appropriate solution.
Really?
She pulls out this mask, M-A-S-K. And this thing is the scariest friggin' thing I've ever seen.
What is it? Like
it's a sleeping mask, but it looks like a Darth Vader mask. It looks like it's got tubes and it's got like these giant red bulgy eye holes that like will block out light, but like to the outside, you know, it looks like you're like a villain in a Batman movie.
Red eye holes. That does sound like an evil mask.
Right. So she tells me before she puts the mask on, she's like, yeah, sometimes I have problems breathing in my sleep. This helps me. Also, if I don't breathe in the middle of the night, you know, you should call like 911 or something.
Oh, boy.
And now all of this is getting thrown on me, you know, literally minutes after we've just finished, you know. And then she puts the mask on, and it's exactly how I could imagine it. Like Darth Vader, she's breathing through these tubes, and it's the loudest, most annoying possible sound that could possibly come out of a sleeping mask. So I'm like laying there trying to sleep, and all I hear is...
Come on, no, that's not her fault. She obviously
It's not her fault, but I mean, I have a horrid night's sleep. Like, I get zero sleep. Not only that, I am freaked out by this mask.
That's scary.
Again, I really, really like Taylor, and we had a great evening together, but that was just... That threw me off, man. So, I mean, you guys can understand. I just think that it'd be better right now if I don't see her.
You obviously had an amazing chemistry. You got along really well.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's just, I mean, maybe I'm not describing it better. You really need to take a peep at this thing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she told me, like, I also like to wear it most hours of the day. I mean, that's all I would need.
Let's ask her, John. She's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. I mean, I don't know why I forgot to tell you that, but we should just ask her.
What?
Yeah, Taylor is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
Like, on the phone, or she's just listening on the radio?
On the phone.
It's me.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow, Taylor, I am so sorry.
I don't understand why it's a problem because I explained everything to you that night. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just a machine.
I mean, it was a scary machine that kept me awake all night. I didn't sleep at all.
Well, I'll tell you that you did sleep at some point because you snore extremely loudly.
Yeah. Okay, but Taylor, here's the thing. Like, I don't know what you wanted or expected me to do.
Oh, I am so sorry for you. Was that really difficult? Sleeping next to someone with a machine? What a hard life for a little baby.
I'll tell you what, it was hard. And, maybe a heads up would have been nice. I mean, am I supposed to be excited, that I'm sleeping next to the crypt keeper?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you were going to be handling it this way, but since we're going that route, I wasn't going to tell you this, but your breath is horrifying. I mean, you have the most horrible morning breath. And you know what? While I'm on the subject, when was the last time you washed your sheets? Like, what decade was that?
Oh, Taylor, why would you even want to call a guy back that has dirty sheets? I'm sorry. That is, like, red flag to me.
That's like ruling out 90% of dudes.
Seriously. Well, you know what? Maybe we should. Okay?
And by the way, John, it's a sleep apnea machine. I have to use it in order to breathe.
It's just more that I wish we had talked about it before you just kind of like whipped it out. You know what I mean?
Don't know how many times people have said that in a second date.
So when I was supposed to then say, oh, and by the way, I have a huge mask that I wear at night.
I think I would have appreciated that, honestly.
Really?
No, you
Why?
wouldn't.
Because you would have sent me home?
I don't know. You don't know I would have sent you home. I would have probably been able to mentally prepare myself before you pulled out the Son of Krypton's mask from your black duffel bag.
It feels like you're bullying her over a medical device, is what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but Darth Vader over there, John, doesn't really sit like you're not trying to say anything bad,
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Okay, I understand how that sounded or how it came off, and I mean, honestly, Taylor, we don't know each other very well, but I'm just not that type of guy that's going to try and bash other people, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said those things.
John, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No. Listen, no, I am not interested in that.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from John yet. John, would you like to go out on a second date with Taylor? We'll pay for it.
Well, after hearing what she...
No, John, I don't want to go on another date with you. You're a sleep shamer.
Sleep shamer.
A sleep shamer? What are you even talking about right now?
You shamed me for the way that I sleep.
It's not the way that you sleep. It's just the apparel that you wear while you sleep.
Yeah, I wasn't shaming how you sleep. You sleep on your back, and that's fine. But the other stuff, that's what I'm shaming you for.
It is to keep me alive at night.
It just bugged me, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Taylor, I'm sorry. No second date, but it sounds like that's fine with you.
Totally fine.
And John, I'm sorry that you were scarred by Taylor's sleep apnea mask.
Oh, get a grip.
Taylor, all I'm saying is that the next guy that you take home, just give them a heads up about the mask that you're going to pull out of your duffel bag at some point in their lives.
Okay, well, next time you bring someone home, you should probably warn them about the biohazard that is your sheep.
Normally, if somebody describes a first date as being strange and unexpected, that's the introduction scene to a 7-part crime docuseries on Netflix.
Whoa.
At least that's what I picture in my head.
It went from 0 to like 8,000.
Well, you know how they start.
Yeah.
She met a strange man, Next thing, something unexpected happened.
It's very vague, but
Look, I don't know, that's
with
just
the
how,
voice,
you
yeah.
know, that's how things go in my head.
Yeah,
But
totally.
today, one of our listeners said her date was strange and unexpected in a good way.
Okay, that's awesome.
Hey, that's rare.
And now she's hoping to have another. Her name is Taylor. Taylor, you like it strange?
It was really weird. It was a first, all right. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about this.
She sounded happy about it.
I'm scared.
So
Yeah.
what's the name of the guy that you went out with? What's his name?
Murphy. I met him online.
Okay.
Murphy,
I mean,
okay.
strange things always happen from online. And...
Yeah. So what did you and Murphy do?
So we started out, we were just going to have like coffee and walk around the park a little bit.
Right. It's a good get to know you date.
Yeah, we just wanted to keep it casual and get to know each other, you know.
Okay.
Until something unexpected
Stop! Scary.
I mean, really, honestly, like what could happen that would make it so strange? This
Yeah.
wasn't at like 2 a.m. or anything that you were doing this, right?
Yeah.
It was daylight.
Yeah, it was like we met at 2.
Okay.
And he seemed like really fun and comfortable to hang out with. You know, I felt like I could like really kind of be myself around him.
Oh, that's the best feeling.
It is. It
Yeah.
honestly is what
Right
you should
away.
strive for in every relationship.
Yeah. So when did things start to turn?
It wasn't even awkward at all. So then we're sitting on the bench, and like he was like on the phone, and his eyes got really wide, and I couldn't really hear what was going on. But all I could hear was he goes, "Don't worry, I'll handle it."
Okay.
Don't worry.
Oh,
I'll
so he
handle
was. I mean, he took the phone call then, right in front of you.
Yeah, but he said, "Hold on, I got to take this. This is important."
Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, that could be anything though.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
you
like-
don't answer a call on a date unless it's big.
Yeah.
But
and-
even handling stuff, what's a good thing that you can handle?
yeah. It sounds like you're about to help someone hide a body.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, you
Hey,
know,
go buy your grandma flowers. Like, I'll handle
I'll
it.
maybe
I'll
he's
handle
got a
it.
library fine, and he means I'll handle it. Don't worry.
Still, doesn't fit, bro.
I don't
Who
know.
gets library
It could
fines
be
anymore,
innocent.
Brooke?
It could be innocent.
Okay. Well, what happened?
So it turned out that it was his brother-in-law, and so his sister was going into early labor. She was about to have a baby, like any second.
Oh my gosh.
And he'll handle the birth? What is he talking about?
I'll handle the baby.
Yeah.
Well, the brother-in-law was freaking out because he hadn't painted the baby's room yet.
Oh, that's so cute. So what did he do? Like he meant that he's going to go paint the baby's room?
So I thought he was just going to leave, but he actually said to me, "Hey, do you want to come paint the baby's room with me?" And I'm like, "Right now?" Like,
Oh.
It's super cute.
it was cute.
I hope they let it air out.
Really?
That baby's gonna get hot.
Oh my god.
You would be if a guy asked you to go paint a room for your date,
Okay,
you'd
well,
be up for
I
it?
wouldn't paint, but I'd like sit in the room while he did.
Oh my god, Alexis.
That's hard labor.
All right.
Think of babies.
Moving a brush up and down. Yeah, I would totally do it. I think it's darling.
So Taylor, is that what you did? Did you actually do that?
I actually did it, and we ended up having some drinks, and like we got some pizza while we were doing it, and we were having like so much fun.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You painted his sister's baby room for free, and this guy is not calling you back?
Hey, he's paid her in pizza.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
It kind of is, but it turned out to be so much fun. Like I was over there for 3 hours with him, just hanging out. Like
Okay,
it was so much
3 hours
fun.
is a
Like,
long time.
For sure.
Is there anything in that span that maybe didn't go so well?
You know, I have been going over and over it in my mind, and I can't think of anything I did or said wrong, or I didn't have spinach in my teeth. Like,
Instead of doing your paint strokes up and down, did you do them side to side like a noob?
Ooh, not getting a call back now.
Oh man, you need to do the all over, the chaos method.
Oh,
Looks best.
you were thinking with the roller.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I don't even know if she had one of those.
No, but like maybe you were just like friend zoned. Did it feel too like hang out and less date?
no, because at the end we did kiss.
Oh,
Oh,
Maybe he really likes his friends.
as long as you didn't make baby jokes, you're probably good.
Yeah.
what kind of baby jokes
I
did you
don't know.
make?
Did you? I don't know. I just wouldn't want someone to talk about babies to me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
All right.
All right.
Well, we definitely have a mystery on our hands right now, Taylor. We're going to play a song. We're going to
An
come back.
unsolved mystery.
An unsolved mystery
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
When we come back after the break, we're going to find out, was it the paint? What happened with the mysterious baby that never materialized after the date? That sounds really bad, doesn't
It does. It does. It sounds like we should call a homicide team or something.
I got to write these out more before I
Yeah.
say stuff. Well, hold on, Taylor. We'll be right back. A moonlit walk on a secluded beach.
Okay.
picking strawberries together at sunset, putting a second coat of polyurethane paint sealer on a nursery room wall. Yeah,
I'm gonna cry.
it's not your stereotypical romantic first date.
Oh my God, polyurethane. That's pretty intense.
It's powerful.
Bro, I don't even know what that means.
It'll give you some feelings, that's
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
will.
One of our listeners, Taylor, said she felt sparks after her date Murphy got an emergency call mid-coffee date, letting him know that his sister had gone into early labor and that he needed to go and paint their baby's room immediately before they got back from the hospital, and Taylor was invited to go along for the ride.
Yeah.
And she did.
I know, and it's so cute, Taylor, because it really shows what a good brother he is.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was adorable. I actually had so much fun with him.
I forgot to ask, what color did you guys do?
We did, like, light blues and, like, grays and light greens.
Classic.
Okay, very classy.
Okay.
Yes.
So how long has it been since your date? Because we never asked you that in the first part.
It's been, like, 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
At least it hasn't been 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a toddler now.
I totally get, though, that, like, maybe there's a new baby and he's busy with his family and stuff. But, like, I mean, that would take, like, a week, not, like, 2 weeks.
I don't know. Maybe she's still in labor and the baby hasn't come yet.
Oh my God, that poor woman. Oh my God.
But I don't know.
I mean, that's sweet, but I don't think an uncle has a lot to do in the first 2 weeks of a baby being born. They don't do a whole lot.
Hey, we got to write a lot of jokes to get ready for that baby.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, let's find out. We're going to call Murphy for you, and we're going to try and get you your second date. You ready, Taylor?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Murphy, please?
This is he.
Hi, Murphy. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a second to talk with us?
No.
Well, hold on.
Is it free stuff?
Yeah,
It could be. It could be.
maybe, yeah. This call is not collect either. That's totally free. The reason why we're ringing you is because we're doing a segment called A Second Date. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you know how that works.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which end of this I'm on. Do I get to follow up, or somebody checking in on me?
Oh, did you send us an email?
Yeah.
This is confusing.
I don't think you remember how this works at all,
No.
actually, after you just said that.
Maybe it's better if we explain. You recently went on a date with somebody, and afterwards, you're not calling them back, and they're curious why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Murphy.
And the girl that reached out to us about you, her name is Taylor.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. I guess. How?
You okay, man? You sound really nervous.
I get it, though. I mean, it'd be really weird to get randomly called by a radio station and asked about, it's a pretty personal thing. You went on a long date with Taylor.
Yeah.
If I can ask, what was it that Taylor shared?
Well, I mean, she pretty much told us the entire thing, that you were supposed to go out and walk through the park, and you ended up getting a phone call from your brother-in-law who said your sister went into early labor, and that led to you and Taylor going back to your sister's house and painting her baby's room for her.
We did do that. Is that all she said that we did?
I mean, she said you ate pizza, drank a little bit, and kissed. You had a nice kiss.
I mean, she described it as a really nice time with you.
Yeah.
It was really fun. But there might be a little bit more. I'm not really sure it's my place to say this year.
Wait, there's more to the date, you're saying?
Yeah, no, it was super fun, and then it got awkward, you know?
No?
We don't know
what
at
do you mean
all.
awkward?
I just felt like it was pretty awkward for how fast things went.
Wait, you're the one that invited her back to your sister's house to paint the baby room. That's on you.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean move fast?
Like, okay, first of all, that was amazing. I thought that was cool. I had to do that for my family.
Right.
But I'm not sure what I can say on your show regarding this, but we did it.
Did what?
Nice.
Jose. I think that that's a natural thing to happen between two consenting adults.
What'd you do?
We did it, man. I don't know. I'm trying to be cool here.
Okay, why are you acting so weird about it? Then if you hooked up, then that should be okay.
It's fine.
He was in the baby's room.
That's on you.
Yeah. It's not fair that you've left Taylor hanging this whole time based on something that's going on inside your head.
I mean, it's just, like I told my brother-in-law, I got pissed.
Why would you tell your brother-in-law?
Yeah,
What are you doing? You just keep that to yourself.
You know,
Tuck it away.
you know who you need to be talking
Oh
to
my
about this is
God.
Taylor. And thank God you've already kind of told her, because I need to let you know that she's been on the other line listening and she wants to talk to you, dude.
Shut up. She's not on the phone.
Yes, she is. Taylor, you there?
Yeah. I can't believe that you told people that on the air.
Oh, it's no big deal. It's not like the baby was present in the room when you guys did it. The room was empty.
Yeah, but they like christened a room that child will live in forever.
Oh,
dude,
they
painted it.
They deserve it. I'm gonna tell you, as a parent, there's much worse things that'll probably happen in the kids. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So
Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Taylor, how are you feeling right now hearing all of this?
I mean, I get that you feel guilty, but I thought we had a really good connection. And, you know, it was like up to you, too, to do it in that room, you know?
That was really fun. It was a good connection. But I didn't know it was going to be as awkward as it was after.
But I feel like it was just so awkward, like, because it was in the baby's room.
It's like
Yeah.
doing it in your grandma's
Right.
room.
And it sounds like you made it awkward. Like, why would you tell your brother-in-law?
I felt guilty about doing it in his room. It's not my house. It's not my place.
So you clean conscience?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a good sign, Taylor, that he's very honest.
too honest,
Well-
honestly.
But, like, if
But-
he ever met me, like, would he know that that was me?
Oh, would the brother-in-law know? Is that
you
what
didn't
Yeah.
say it was her, right?
Well, maybe the paint marks on your clothes might be a hint. But it sounds like there's still a connection between you guys. It's just,
And she's
Murphy, you have to
right.
get over it.
If the brother doesn't know, then it's not like it's going to be awkward if they ever meet.
Well, I don't want to lie to him that it's like not eventually her. What do you guys think?
I don't think you have to lie to him, Murphy. I just think you just leave it out of conversation. I highly doubt.
Do you have to tell everybody every place that you do it every time?
Hey, name's Murphy. I
Okay.
slept with someone in the car. Nice to meet you.
I don't want to sound pathetic, but, like, what if it's, like, the birth of a new baby and then, like, also the birth of a new connection with someone, you know?
Oh, I like that. You're making it deeper.
Are you saying, Taylor, that you got pregnant in there and there's an
Oh
opportunity?
my God, stop it.
I don't. What are you saying?
I'm just
what are you
saying,
saying?
like maybe...
He really wants you to answer that.
Murph just got nervous.
Well, I don't know. It's only been 2 weeks, so I don't know.
Oh, Murphy, you may have to see her again. No matter what.
Yeah, I mean, just to be a good guy, Murphy, I need to ask you, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time? We're going to pay for it.
It'll be a funny story someday.
I guess I'll go out with her again. Maybe we can do it at my place.
Okay.
You don't need to plan
Yeah.
it.
That's
You really don't.
really romantic.
Send out a memo to let everybody know.
Excuse me, do I get a say in this? I mean, I'd like to say where we get to do it.
That's fair.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is kind of the anti-second date update.
What does that mean?
The girl on the phone doesn't want a date with the guy that she wants us to call,
Oh.
but she does want some clarification. Her name is Steph. Steph, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So this is a different kind of second date update, huh?
Yeah.
I like how you're laughing.
Thanks. It's just a crazy situation. That's really why I'm calling you guys, is because there's nothing in the handbook about how to take care of this.
What situation are you talking about?
Well, I'm a teacher, and I have some lovely students and everything, and but I'm single. So on the weekends I go out.
Yeah, single
And-
teacher. Like hearing from those.
Yeah.
Can I get a little PTA conference?
All right.
Okay. Well, no, you may not.
All right.
No.
So you're a teacher and you have great students.
Yeah, but I am single, so I go out on the weekends, and I was at this bar with my friends, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, do I know you?" And I'm like, that's a pickup line or something, because I didn't recognize the guy.
Right.
And he goes, "You're my son's teacher."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So ends up, he actually is, his son Noah is in my class. So I'm hanging with my friends, and then, he just sort of interjects himself into the conversation and is asking all kinds of questions, trying to actually get to know me. And he's crossing that parent-teacher line. It's becoming a little bit more intimate. And then all of a sudden he's asking if he can buy me a drink. And, I say, no, I don't want a drink. I don't want to have that kind of a relationship with him.
Which means he's not cute enough, right?
Well, I mean, he's decent looking, but I don't want to date the father of one of my students.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I have not. Okay. I have a coworker who did, and she's no longer a teacher because of it. So I just distance myself,
Okay. So he was just giving you the hard press, and I wanted to buy you drinks and stuff?
Yes. And, I clearly said, no, that's okay. I've got my own money. I can get my own drinks. And then he ends up ordering shots for all of us.
Whoa, okay.
Trying to get the teacher hammered.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like he was trying to get me drunk. I don't know. I had that feeling, and I just didn't want to. No, I didn't want that.
So did you explain your boundaries to him?
Well, I was trying. He just was not listening. I wanted to be nice because he is the father of one of my students, and I didn't want to cause a rift. Yeah. But he actually asked if me and him could actually go somewhere private and talk and get away from my friends.
Oh.
And he was like, just come on, let's just sit at the table and just get to know each other. And I was trying to be nice. So I said, okay, we'll sit for a few minutes, but then I have to leave. And I just kind of made a signal to my friends and kind of save me, rescue me. But they were laughing. They were laughing at me.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. They probably thought it was hilarious.
I would have done the same thing if I was your friend.
Well, I really had no choice. So I sat down and talked with him, and he's asking all kinds of questions. And, yeah.
It must be awkward when you go to class and have to teach his son now.
Yeah, it is very, very awkward. But that's not the end of it. I finally escaped, essentially. I felt like I was having to escape. And then he offered to take me home. And I was like, no, I've got to ride with my friends. And he's like, well, hey, why don't we just buy some shots and then head on over to my place and just, keep the party going.
Wow, he was trying to get it in.
Just like, no. And so I get out of that. And a couple days later, he starts texting me.
Whoa.
Here's the creepy part. My cell phone is not public knowledge. I have a school line that they can call, but my cell phone is not public.
So wait, did you give him your number?
No, I did not.
Do you think one of your friends gave him your number, trying to mess with you?
I don't know, but he somehow got my number, and he's texting, okay, that was great the other night. Why don't we continue on? Let's go on another date. I've got some ideas, and I'm just like, I can't do that.
Are you responding to him?
No, I don't know what to say to him. That's exactly why I'm calling you guys, is because I don't know what to do. I mean, there's that fine line, and this is such a freaking awkward position. And, he keeps asking me if we can go on another date. We've never even been on a first date.
Oh, my God.
So he thinks he obviously thinks that your hangout, when he saw you at the bar and tried to get you drunk and take you home, was a date.
Yes. He thought that was a date, and it was not an actual date. He did not ask me out. I did not say yes. I actually was telling him no the whole night, and I don't know why no means yes to him, but that's what he's hearing. And I don't know, he's delusional.
And why haven't you just texted him and said stop?
Because I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to engage with him. I just don't want to continue the conversation. I need you guys.
So you want us to call him and tell him that you guys never went on a first date to begin with, and no, there will not be a second date or any other dates in the future.
Are you guys able to do that?
Absolutely. We can do that.
We're good at that.
We'll play a song, come back, and then call this guy and tell him why you're not calling him back. It's way different than any second date update we've ever done, but we'll do it right after this.
Thank you.
I'm actually excited to call this guy for the second date update today.
Really?
Because I always wonder what goes through dudes' heads when they won't leave a girl alone, when they obviously don't want to go out with them again. Yeah. And I'm wondering what is going through this guy's mind. If you're unaware with what's going on, Steph called us for a second date update. Only problem is, it's not a traditional second date update because she never actually went out on a date with the guy that she wants to call. And she was out at a bar one night, Guy came up to her and said, "Hey, you're my son's teacher." And then started buying her a bunch of drinks and trying to get her drunk, even suggested going back to his place. She said no. And then somehow he got her phone number and has been texting her nonstop to go out on, quote, another date. So he thought that was a date, and now he's trying to get a second date, and she wants us to call him and say, go away. I think what I'd like to do, unless you're against it, I want to do this like we do a traditional second date update. All right, I'm not going to call the guy and tell him to go away right away. I'll be like, you went on a date with Steph, so that we can hear him actually break down the date that he thinks you went on before we tell him to get lost. Can we do that?
You know, whatever works. I mean, as long as you can just get the creep to back off.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to make the call right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? I've been looking for you.
Why? Who's this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, that's weird. She would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to.
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having a...
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, so...
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting, because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know, maybe she was just tired, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all of this? Just to, hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually, date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was, I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second.
Better grades.
Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it. But
yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you too. At the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Whoa. That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it,
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call. So,
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi. What What's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, you know, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of, this is kind of cool.
Her friends
What?
told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened. Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh, my God.
Not getting it.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man. All right?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I just, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor.
Yeah.
That is called being a teacher.
But, Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on a second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I guess I can stop texting her. I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Brooke and Jubal.
Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
Today's second date update is kind of the anti-second date update.
What does that mean?
The girl on the phone doesn't want a date with the guy that she wants us to call.
Oh.
But she does want some clarification. Her name is Steph. Steph, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So this is a different kind of second date update, huh?
Yeah.
I like how you're laughing.
Thanks. It's just a crazy situation. That's really why I'm calling you guys, is because there's nothing in the handbook about how to take care of this.
What situation are you talking about?
Well, I'm a teacher, And, I have some lovely students and everything, and but I'm single. So on the weekends I go out.
Yeah, single teacher. Like hearing from those. Yeah. Can I get a little PTA conference?
All right. Okay, well, no, you may not.
All right.
No.
So you're a teacher and you have great students.
Yeah, but, I am single, so I go out on the weekends. And I was at this bar with my friends, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, hey, do I know you? And I'm like, that's a pickup line or something, because I didn't recognize the guy.
Right.
And he goes, you're my son's teacher.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So ends up, he actually is, his son Noah is in my class. So I'm hanging with my friends, and then, he just sort of interjects himself into the conversation and is asking all kinds of questions, trying to actually get to know me. And he's crossing that parent-teacher line. It's becoming a little bit more intimate. And then all of a sudden he's asking if he can buy me a drink. And, I say, no, I don't want a drink. I don't want to have that kind of a relationship with him.
Which means he's not cute enough, right?
Well, I mean, he's decent looking, but I don't want to date the father of one of my students.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I have not. Okay. I have a coworker who did, and she's no longer a teacher because of it.
Oh.
So I just distance myself,
Okay. So he was just giving you the hard press, huh? Wanted to buy you drinks and stuff?
Yes. And, I clearly said, no, that's okay. I've got my own money. I can get my own drinks. And then he ends up ordering shots for all of us.
Whoa, okay.
Trying to get the teacher hammered.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like he was trying to get me drunk. I don't know. I had that feeling, and I just didn't want to. No, I didn't want that.
So did you explain your boundaries to him?
Well, I was trying. He just was not listening. I wanted to be nice because he is the father of one of my students, and I didn't want to cause a rift. Yeah. But he actually asked if me and him could actually go somewhere private and talk and get away from my friends. And he was like, just come on, let's just sit at the table and just get to know each other. And I was trying to be nice. So I said, okay, we'll sit for a few minutes, but then I have to leave. And I just kind of made a signal to my friends, kind of save me, rescue me. But they were laughing. They were laughing at me.
Oh, yeah. They probably thought it was hilarious.
I would have done the same thing if I was your friend.
Well, I really had no choice. So I sat down and talked to him, and he's asking all kinds of questions. And, yeah.
It must be awkward when you go to class and have to teach his son now. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very, very awkward. But that's not the end of it. I finally escaped, essentially. I felt like I was having to escape. And then he offered to take me home. And I was like, no, I've got to ride with my friends. And he's like, well, hey, why don't we just buy some shots and then head on over to my place and just, keep the party going.
Wow, he was trying to get it in.
Just like, no. And so I get out of that. And a couple days later, he starts texting me. Whoa. Here's the creepy part. My cell phone is not public knowledge. I have a school line that they can call, but my cell phone is not public.
So wait, did you give him your number?
No, I did not.
Do you think one of your friends gave him your number, trying to mess with you?
I don't know, but he somehow got my number, and he's texting, okay, that was great the other night. Why don't we continue on? Let's go on another date. I've got some ideas, and I'm just like, I just can't.
What?
I can't do that.
Are you responding to him?
No, I don't know what to say to him. That's exactly why I'm calling you guys, is because I don't know what to do. I mean, there's that fine line, and this is such a freaking awkward position. And, he keeps asking me if we can go on another date. We've never even been on a first date.
Oh, my God. So he thinks he obviously thinks that your hangout, when he saw you at the bar and tried to get you drunk and take you home, was a date.
Yes. He thought that was a date, and it was not an actual date. He did not ask me out. I did not say yes. I actually was telling him no the whole night, and I don't know why no means yes to him, but that's what he's hearing. And I don't know, he's delusional.
And why haven't you just texted him and said stop?
Because I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to engage with him. I just don't want to continue the conversation. I need you guys.
So you want us to call him and tell him that you guys never went on a first date to begin with, and no, there will not be a second date or any other dates in the future.
Are you guys able to do that?
Absolutely. We can do that.
We're good at that.
We'll play a song, come back, and then call this guy and tell him why you're not calling him back. It's way different than any second date update we've ever done, but we'll do it right after this.
Thank you.
I'm actually excited to call this guy for the second date update today because I always wonder what goes through dudes' heads when they won't leave a girl alone when they obviously don't want to go out with them again. Yeah. And I'm wondering what is going through this guy's mind. If you're unaware with what's going on, Steph called us for a second date update. Only problem is it's not a traditional second date update because she never actually went out on a date with the guy that she wants to call. And she was out at a bar one night. Guy came up to her and said, "Hey, you're my son's teacher," and then started buying her a bunch of drinks and trying to get her drunk, even suggested going back to his place. She said no, and then somehow he got her phone number and has been texting her nonstop to go out on, quote, another date. So he thought that was a date, and now he's trying to get a second date, and she wants us to call him and say, "Go away." I think what I'd like to do, unless you're against it, I want to do this like we do a traditional second date update. All right, I'm not going to call the guy and tell him to go away right away. I'll be like, "You went on a date with Steph," so that we can hear him actually break down the date that he thinks you went on before we tell him to get lost. Can we do that?
You know, whatever works. I mean, as long as you can just get the creep to back off.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to make the call right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chris?
Yeah?
Hey, Chris, how you doing? I've been looking for you.
Why? Who's this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, that's weird. She would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to.
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having a...
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool.
Nice.
Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, So.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting, because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know, maybe she was just tired. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all of this? Just to hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second.
Better grades.
Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it. But
yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you, too. Like, at the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it,
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call. So,
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, what's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of, this is kind of cool.
Her friends told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened. Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh, my God.
Not getting it.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man. All right?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I just, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor.
Yeah.
That is called being a teacher.
But Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on a second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I guess I can stop texting her. I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Somebody texted in at 78592 and all it says is, take a hint. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about the second date update. Steph called us. She's a teacher. She really wanted to do the second date update to tell this guy to stop bugging her.
Yeah.
Less of a, hey, I want to see him again, more of a tell him to go away. Because they hung out at a bar. She actually teaches his kid. and they hung out because he was at the same bar, and then he said that they went on a date together and would not stop calling her. Found out that's because her friends told him, oh yeah, she's really into you, and gave him her phone number.
I bet they didn't even realize it was going to be that bad.
No.
Well, it was great because they go, no, she'll play hard to get. Like,
Yeah.
don't give up.
Don't give up no matter
That's the
what.
best part of the whole thing.
And we tried and tried and tried to tell him she wasn't interested. He finally got it at the end, like, oh. And then he just wanted to date her so his kid could get a better grade.
Everyone's texted in right now. I can see why the kid's not doing so well in class. Like father, like son.
Yep. Remember, if you want a second date update, just email the show. We'll call the person who didn't call you back.
We've got a woman on the phone for a second date update today who says that she regrets not going out with a guy that she was supposed to see.
Okay, that's good.
And her name is Elizabeth.
Why are you...
Elizabeth, how are you?
Hi, it's actually Elizabether.
Elizabether?
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was just a typo on my sheet.
No, that's my name.
Okay, Elizabether.
It's just Elizabeth, and then you add an ER.
Oh my God, she wants to hang up on us. She hates us. Do you know how many
No.
times you've had this conversation in your life? Let me guess, 8 billion.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Well, could we just call you Liz?
No, I mean, Elizabether is my name, so I like to go by my name.
Can we call
you
Okay.
You guys,
you want
just call her
all
Elizabeth.
5 syllables to be heard. All right. Elizabether. So you said that you regret not going out with the guy. What was his name?
His name is Ben.
Okay.
Very short. 1 syllable to your 5. I like that, Elizabeth.
Well, maybe that's short for his real name, Benjamin.
Oh my God, we gotta stop. I'm so sorry. I'm really happy you listened and that you're on the phone with us.
Just Ben.
Okay, just
Sorry.
Ben. Yeah, got it.
So I don't mean to make you angry. It's to tell us about Ben.
We'll stop.
Okay.
Where'd you meet him?
So we met 6 months ago through friends.
Oh, wow. That was a long time. Yeah. Was it like a setup where you were supposed to go out on a date or you just like were friendly?
No, we're just part of the same friend group.
Okay.
So we've never actually had a one-on-one date. We've just hung out in groups.
Okay. And when did you start, I don't know, liking him?
Well, I just like him as a friend. And he's a sweet guy. He really is. He's kind of shy, though. He's not really like my type. He's not the hottest guy ever.
Okay.
Wait, so you're regretting not going out with him so you can friend zone him and show him where he belongs? Like,
No, I'm actually trying to help him out.
Tell us what happened.
Well, we were at a bar with a group of people, but then the group went to go order us another round, and it was just me and him sitting down for a couple minutes. And he's a telemarketer. That's like what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of acting nervous and shy, and he said there's something going on at work. So I just tried to be a good friend and was like, well, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? So he said he needed to ask me something. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So he told me he actually won this award. He was named like telemarketer of the year at his job. And I was like, well, that's awesome.
They
Like,
have an award for that?
I don't know. God.
One guy who actually did work.
The Oscars of telemarketing.
The award that you want to hide because if anyone finds out you do that much telemarketing, they hate you.
Yeah, you're the best at it, apparently.
Yeah.
yeah, he was real proud of it. He's really passionate about what he does.
Okay.
Be good at what you do, right?
I guess you have to be if you're going to interrupt a lot of 60-year-olds dinner time, you know?
Right.
So what was the problem?
So apparently, along with this award, there's also this big gala that they have, this big dance and dinner for all the winners.
Gala.
Like a telemarketer's ball?
It was, telemarketer gala.
Wow.
Everyone, don't you just want to go and interrupt it all the time?
Just
every 5 minutes?
all the world's worst people in one room together.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, he was really excited about it, but he wanted me to accompany him. He assured me it would just be as a friend, that no strings attached, it didn't mean anything more.
And you said no to that?
I said no.
I don't blame you, girl. Honestly, a telemarketer's ball. Not what I would want to do on a Friday
It
night.
could be any job's ball. If they're having a big celebration, that's important to any company.
I don't know.
It's not a very good friend move to say no. You gotta admit to that.
Totally.
Well, I know, but I just feel like you go to this gala, you're all dressed up.
Yeah.
I'm not positive that he's going to try and keep it just friends.
Oh yeah, I know how those telemarketer balls go. I see what you're saying. Things get crazy.
I just want a second of your time. Next thing you know, dress is off.
And you're on a cruise for 10
Yeah,
days. You don't know
what?
how you ended up with that.
You're committed to it.
So where are you at now?
So now I just found out that he asked another friend of ours, and she said yes to go with him, but she is nasty. Like, she is not a nice person, and she talks crap about him behind his back all the time.
Aww.
And then I found out that he was going to pay her $200 to be his date.
Whoa! Dang.
Right. That's where your regret really set in.
Yeah.
For once, you were going to get paid by a telemarketer.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, at that point, are you like a paid escort? Like, that's weird. And
Yeah.
she doesn't even like him. So she's like using him for money, using him for like a nice night out and a nice dinner. Like,
Yeah, you should be using him for money and a nice night out. Not this random girl.
no, that's why I contacted you. I want him to ask me to go again. Like, I want to go with him because this girl is awful. And honestly, he doesn't have to pay me. Like, I'll go because I feel bad for him.
Well, that's tricky, though, because if he's a nice guy, he's not going to dump a date, even if he's paying for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just goes against nice guy protocol.
Yeah.
That's why I contacted you guys. That's why I need your help because I need to tell him to take me instead.
You went from like no date to girls fighting over
Yeah,
him?
this is pretty fun. He's going to love this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and call Ben for you and try and get you a second date update. All right, Elizabether?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Hold on. If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, we've been talking to a lovely woman named Elizabether.
That's Elizabeth with an ER at the end.
Elizabether is feeling regretful. She was invited to go to the event of the century, the Telemarketers Gala, where there'll be awards, drinks, and of course, dancing while wearing headsets and making cold calls. Telemarketers never take a day off.
No.
It's truly a spectacle to behold. The Telemarketers Ball. Elizabeth was invited to this event by a guy named Ben, but she turned it down, and now she's having second thoughts because afterwards, Ben asked a different lady to go, and this is a lady that Elizabether knows and is not a fan of.
Here's the thing. I mean, he's paying her to go with him. I don't know if he cares that she's, I mean, who knows? All of that. But are you worried at all that he's going to get the wrong idea, that you want to be more than friends?
I think if we lay down some ground rules and make it really clear that this is just a friends thing, I think we can keep it still like clear that it's not to be anything more.
Well, I wouldn't count it out. You don't know the magic that happens at these telemarketers balls. You might be changing your mind.
I don't know about that.
Wait, are we going to get him on the phone? I mean, like, how do we do this? Are we going to trash the woman that he's going out with?
No, I don't want to trash the other girl. I don't even think we need to talk about her. I just want to get him on the phone and tell him that I do want to go with him. I changed my mind and see if he'll just make the decision.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to try it out right now. We're about to dial his phone number. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go, Elizabether.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Ben, please?
this is Ben. Could I ask who's calling?
Hi, Ben. My name's young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk? We're not interrupting you during anything important, are we?
Ben, we have an offer you may not be able to refuse.
Can we have a moment of your time?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Ben, are you satisfied with your current cell phone service?
Okay, let's move on.
Who are you guys and why are you pranking me right now?
Because it's so fun.
It's not a prank, Ben. We're a morning radio show, and we do something on our show called a second date update. That's what this is.
Okay, but I haven't been on any dates.
Good point.
Yes. Normally what we do is we call people who've gone out on a date, and afterwards they're not getting a call back, so we try and figure out the reason why. But in this case, you actually haven't gone out with the person that reached out to us.
All right.
Yeah, there's a friend that was calling about you. Her name is Elizabether.
Okay, yeah, she called you guys?
Yeah, she says that you had a really important work function coming up.
And you were getting a big award, a big telemarketing award.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. I asked her to go with me, but she turned me down, so
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, she told us that, and she also said that after she turned you down, now apparently your plans have changed.
Yes, that's correct. I asked another person to go with me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your mom?
Ha ha, very funny.
Oh, your mom turned you down too?
No, you
Gosh, that
guys,
is-
stop it.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Ben, were you super bummed when Elizabeth originally said that she didn't want to go?
Yes, I mean, I was excited to go with her. Like, we've been friends for a little bit. I thought she would have loved to have gone and had a good time. And then she's just like, she said it wasn't her thing and turned me down. And I'm like, that's kind of not cool. That hurt.
But the good news is, as a telemarketer, you're used to rejection. So couldn't have heard that bad.
I mean, there's some truth to that. Yeah, if you don't get the one, you got to keep moving forward.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But you still like her?
Yes, she's so pretty and I probably shouldn't have even asked her. I think she's a little bit out of my league.
Well, hold on, Ben. What if I told you that Elizabether was having second thoughts about her decision?
I don't know.
And what if I told you that Elizabether's biggest desire is to get it on with the best telemarketer in all the land?
Oh my gosh.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah? Yeah, what if she wants to be the Guinevere to your Lancelot?
No.
Oh, does that sound good?
Yeah, you're talking his language.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay,
awesome.
well, I'm just kidding about all the getting it on stuff. But seriously, what if Elizabether, what if she wishes that she'd said yes?
I mean, that'd be great. That would be the night of my life. It's like something out of a Disney movie.
Well, I'm bringing it up because Elizabether is actually on the other line listening, and she wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there. Elizabether?
Hey, Ben.
Elizabether?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear the
Have you
whole
been listening
thing.
this entire time?
I have.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God, you're so cute.
He like brightens up when he hears it.
Elizabeth, tell him.
So I actually changed my mind, and I want to go to the telemarketers gala with you.
Yay!
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good news.
Yeah. I thought more about it, and I realized that I was mean to you, and that's not the kind of person I am. And I really think it's the right thing to do for me to say yes and for us to go together.
I would love that. That's what I wanted to do, but now I've got another date. I'm sure you probably heard that I pivoted.
Yeah. It's okay. I can talk to her. I will break the news to her that, it's going to be me going instead of her.
Oh.
Wait a sec. I don't think you should do that. I can handle my own dates. Thank you very much.
That's right, Ben.
Oh, look at you, baller.
Own your business.
Okay.
I can't believe that there's two girls fighting over me right now. I'm not even used to having one girl fight over me.
Hey,
Ever.
look at you, dude.
Man, the star-studded life of a telemarketer on top of his game.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know why. But
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're like the LeBron James of telemarketing right now.
Wow.
Dude, Ben, this is your night,
This is
man.
awesome. Thanks. Man. Okay, well, so Elizabeth, so you're down to go then?
Yes, as your friend, though. And I think it's probably a good idea if we set some ground rules just to be sure.
All right, buzzkill.
Oh, the vibe just.
Ground rules? What do you... I was thinking both of you girls can go with me.
What?
Oh.
Oh!
What did you just say?
I could make sure I get another ticket and another seat at the table, but both of you can go.
Dude, put one on each
No,
arm.
That would be a
No,
sight to
that
see.
is not what I had in mind.
No,
sounds
Elizabeth,
great.
I'm with you. Are we creating a monster right now? Ben, slow down,
Hold on,
dude.
hold on. That is
Wait.
his friend. It doesn't matter if it's his date or not. He can have two girls if they're both his friends.
Oh, I'm sure that's what he's thinking too. Isn't that what you're thinking, Ben?
Do you guys know how baller I would look with 2 hot dates?
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you'd be like Hugh Hefner walking into that telemarketers gala.
Plus, I'm getting an award. Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
You're
He's
nice.
like the Leonardo DiCaprio of telemarketing.
Come on, Elizabether.
That is not what I signed up for.
But
Well, you're going to be helping this guy's fantasy come true.
don't say
And
that.
he knows what the rules are. He knows that you're friends. I mean, I will say,
the boundary's set.
if you want to be a good friend,
No, see, here's what I'm willing to offer. That's
Okay.
if you take me to this gala, just me, I will dance with you.
oh,
Okay.
I will drink with you.
Mm-hmm.
Did I mention I would dance? Okay? It'll be a fun night. But I'm not going to
Okay.
go. I'm not going to go if you're also bringing her. Like, I'm trying to do something nice for you here and avoid you having to take her.
What?
Well, I don't know why you'd want me to avoid taking her, but, you know, I did want to go with you. And if you went, would it be okay if I called you my girlfriend?
oh.
Oh.
I think calling you your girlfriend would just be a step too far.
What about like special friend?
Special friend sounds good.
No, that sounds like a booty call.
Well, just stick with friends. That's the deal. That's the offer.
All right, so we've laid out the ground rules. Ben, what do you say? Will you go out with Elizabeth or to the telemarketers ball, but only with her?
Okay.
Okay, she's not into the triple dip thing.
Yeah.
This is a hard choice here.
I can see why, buddy.
Elizabeth, sir, I think it'd be great to go with you, but I think you're being a little pushy with the ground rules, which is kind of taking some of the fun out of it. So I think I'm going to respectfully decline.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Wow.
Who saw that?
Really, Ben?
I don't know.
No way.
I kind of get it, Elizabeth. I mean, like, all you really offered to do was dance with him and kind of lame, you know?
Well, what else am I supposed to do? We're just friends.
Yeah, no, just like give him some love, you know, hold his hand.
At least second base.
I don't believe that this just happened.
Me neither.
You just got ditched.
Oh.
Wow.
He's a player. Look at this guy.
He's out of control.
Whatever, Ben. The only reason she's even going with you is because you're paying her $200. I would have gone for free.
Oh, man.
You're probably kind of butthurt because I said no to you. What's it like?
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Karma.
We've created a monster.
We did.
You know what, Ben, this is so not like you. But if that's the person you want to be, then go ahead and enjoy your telemarketer's gala, and I will happily stay home.
Oh.
Wow.
Me and my date are going to be on the dance floor while you're sitting home. We're going to be going YMCA.
The YMCA. Yeah, Ben, you get it.
Yeah. Let's shake a leg.
You can get yourself clean. You could have a good meal.
Still going.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.